to the following presentation of the Southeastern Conference on ESPN.
Welcome to ESPN College Football Primetime, presented by IHG Hotels and Resorts. What a scene in Knoxville, the 8th all-time Checker-Neyland game, and it's a rivalry game at that. Number 8 Tennessee taking on the Gators in front of about 102,000 on Rocky Top. The headlines for this game: will Florida, some signs of life. They've won back-to-back games with an off week sandwiched in between after losing 7 of their previous 8. As far as the Vols are concerned, they are coming off of a heartbreaker on the road last week against Arkansas. They need a bounce back tonight. The 54th all-time meeting between Florida and Tennessee, for a long time dominated by the Gators. However, a heavy favorite tonight. The Vols will see how this one plays out. Bob Wischusen alongside Louis Riddick, and Chris Budden is with us as well. You don't get penalized much for losing on the road in this league. It's like the NFL, and still ranked in the top 10 are the Vols. Having said that, though, they and their young quarterback want to bounce back tonight.
Yeah, that young quarterback, Nico Iamaleava, he needs to have a bounce-back game tonight. He needs to go ahead and really play well tonight, and it's important to him. He took last week hard in Arkansas. He knew that he wasn't really seeing the coverage changes clearly. He was holding on to the football. He wasn't throwing it with the kind of accuracy that you come to expect from someone who's just going to make his 7th career start here tonight against the Florida Gators. But he's ready, he's composed, he feels as though he has fixed some of the issues that he struggled with last week. The coaching staff expects him to bounce back in a big way.
There are not many scenes that are better than this. Soak it in. A Saturday night under the lights. A Checker-Neyland game here at Rocky Top. Josh Heupel told us yesterday, nights like this are the reason that you come to Tennessee. When you're in the middle of all of it, you see why. It's a real rivalry game, and we'll kick it off in a moment.
Timeout, 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 timeout!
Listen up, get tight.
This is the most important timeout I've ever called.
Things are getting out of control out there.
And we need to regroup.
Hate.
Hate.
Hate is winning out there.
Not on these fields.
In our communities.
On our streets.
In our schools.
And we need to stop it.
So let's take this moment
To change the momentum.
And call a timeout
On hate.
Together.
Together.
Let's go. We're in the building, baby.
Ooh, that's crazy. Travel, man. Let's go. You was in the air for like 20 minutes. You saw that vertical? You saw that dude's vertical? That's what I'm talking about. Bucket, bucket.
At Papa John's, we start with better. Like our fresh, never frozen dough made from 6 simple ingredients. And our dough can save you dough. Get 2 or more Papa Pairings favorites for just $6.99 each. Order now on the app from Papa John's.
Pause for the facts. Susie here is shopping for a used car, but she doesn't know that nearly half of them have been in an accident.
Interesting.
But Carfax.com shows how accidents impact price, so she doesn't have to overpay. Unpause. Shop the all-new Carfax.com.
Hey, do you guys ever wonder why we wear these foam pieces of cheese on our heads?
No.
So you don't think it's to get people to crave cheesy pizza during football games?
I think I'd know if I were being used to promote
Cheesy Pizza! Buy one, get one, only on Uber Eats.
Brisket is back at Chipotle. Seasoned, smoked, seared, spiced, sauced, bold, and guacced. It's a whole new kind of brisket, done the Chipotle way.
Welcome back to Neyland, and welcome back to the SEC on ESPN. It is game time. Florida won the toss and deferred, so it'll be the Vols with the football. Bob Wischusen, Louis Riddick upstairs. Chris Budden is downstairs. And Chris, if you're going to lighten things up for your young quarterback, lean on the run game. That's what the Vols will certainly want to do tonight.
Absolutely, and their main running back, Dylan Sampson, is the voice of this locker room, and he challenged the team right after that loss in Fayetteville. He said, we played lackadaisical during the bye week. We just took teams for granted, and you cannot do that in this league. By the time they got to Monday, the message was more positive. He spoke to the team again. He said, listen, the good news is this is the exact same team before we left for Fayetteville. Let's not let one become two, guys.
We will see how that response registers tonight. It'll be a touchback to begin. And Louis, your eyes go immediately where with Iamaleava and how his response surrounds and calms this offense?
Well, number one, as it pertains to Nico himself, just how quickly is he playing, Bob? How sure is he in terms of his reads? Is he getting the ball out of his hands quickly? Is he holding it for a beat or two? And a lot of that's going to have to do with, one, the protection that he gets, and two, are his wide receivers able to get open and create some separation for him? So let's just see how fast he's able to play and get that ball out.
There were some injury concerns last week as well with Squirrel White and Brew McCoy, but they are both okay to go tonight, and that certainly will help Iamaleava to throw on first down. And he is already 1 for 1. Squirrel White, a slide and catch for a first down and a gain of 14.
There you go. Run a little play action, get him out on the perimeter, change the launch point, get the ball out of your hands fast. They worked on it hard in practice.
Speaking of fast, that is exactly the way they play. No gain on the first running play to Dylan. First tackle.
Yeah, winning the line of scrimmage for Florida is something that's going to be critical for them, run game and rushing the passer.
They try it again with Sampson. And this time a little more success. He's got 4, so here's the first third down as Jordan Castell made the stop.
This is where you're going to really see whether Nico really has right now really calmed himself down. He can read the coverage rotation pre-snap. Then when he gets the ball in the gun and he gets his eyes back up, does he see it post-snap? And then just decisive, let it rip.
2 receivers stacked to either side. Here comes a blitz off the edge. Iamaleava, well protected, finds the crosser at Squirrel White. Catch and run for a first down.
Nice job by Iamaleava. He wanted to come down here to the bottom of the screen and then picked up Squirrel White running that deep dig. Nice execution.
Keep it up tempo. Breaking a tackle to Sampson. Speed to the edge. Dives inside the 30 down to about the 26. Crowd not happy that the Chains can't keep up with the Vols. The officials have to slow things up just to get the down and distance markers accurate before the Vols snap it on second down. It's second down and 4.
Yeah, they definitely want to keep it going. You know they can change tempos with the best of them in the country as far as putting that pressure on the defense, not letting them ever settle into a groove defensively.
Gave the Gators a chance maybe to catch their breath. Breaking tackles, but it's tough to bring down. At least the first contact for Dylan Sampson. Jack Pyburn was there.
And there you see that jump cut ability of Dylan Sampson, the ability to just get lateral and then get vertical.
3rd and 1. Losing the football is Iamaleava. A fumbled exchange at the mesh point and a takeaway for the Gators. Grayson Howard jumped on the loose ball.
Rolling on the field was a fumble recovered by the defense for a first down.
These are just the kind of things that you just can't afford when the drive has started off so nicely. You see Nico trying to pull it out of the belly of Dylan Sampson. Dylan thinks he's going to give it to him. You see, he's just not sure with the ball handling, isn't secure with the ball handling, and this is one of the things he also talked about, the fact that he wanted to play a clean game, wanted to make sure that there weren't no self-inflicted wounds, And if you're Florida, though, right now, you're saying, hey, look, we know how to play this football team. We played them very well in the Swamp last year. We were able to beat them at the physical game, and we're going to take it to them again.
Florida with their two-quarterback system. They start with Graham Mertz. We will see the freshman DJ Lagway. It's been the first two drives for Mertz. Then they go to Lagway, back to Mertz for two drives. At least that's been the recent recipe for success. There's a quick slant, and already Mertz is 1 for 1 to Elijah Badger.
Florida has their full complement of weapons on the outside now with the return of Trey Wilson. Aiden Mizell healthy, Elijah Badger.
Four-man rush. Mertz is 2 for 2. Another first down. Aiden Hansen, just a button hook right up the hash marks for 12 yards. And boy, Graham Mertz has been, Lewis, a completion machine.
Yeah, look, Billy Napier just loves this guy. Thinks that he is a superstar in terms of his decision-making, his accuracy, his total command of this Florida offense. And you can see right now, he is composed. The noise isn't bothering him. They are crisp coming out of the huddle, and he has been on point.
Run it with Montrell Johnson. That's a tough front to run against. Josh Josephs made the stop.
This Tennessee defensive front is as good as they come. They have got some studs up front. Joshua Joseph, James Pierce, Amari Thomas at the linebacker position. They have got guys who can run and hit with Arian Carter and Keenan Peely. They are loaded, and they're going to need to be at their very best tonight.
Pierce not getting the start tonight. Empty backfield, second down and long. Five-man rush. Mertz escapes the pocket, heaves it to the sideline, just throws it away. Now it's going to be third down and 11.
There you see what happens with quarterbacks, no matter how good they are, when they get pressure in their face. That time came from Tyree West on a little stunt coming inside and just collapsing the pocket. Threw Graham Mertz's timing off. That's what this defense can do up front. Now you see James Pierce back in the lineup. You know they're going to put him in here in these kind of third down situations when it's time to get after the quarterback, and he's as good as any in the country at doing it.
Checker Nealon right now is Decibel Nealon. Four-man rush. Mertz over the middle, reaching back to haul it in, but well short of the first down line to gain is Arliss Boardingham, the tight end. It's at least 4 yards shy, so now it's 4th and 4 inside the 45-yard line, and we have an injured ball. And that's Keenan Peely. So that's the 5th year, really the 7th year senior, the BYU transfer. He's the rock in the middle of that defense. He's the green dot, and he is down.
This kid can try it.
The IS. When did it begin for you?
The future is threatened by enemies often unpredictable. When there are battles to win for America's future, there is one constant: Marines.
I'll be honest. By the end of the day, my floors? Yeesh. But who has the time to clean? That's why I love my Swiffer WetJet. It's a quick and easy way to get my floors clean. WetJet absorbs and locks grime deep inside. Look at that. Swiffer WetJet.
Time out, time out, time out, time out, time out!
Listen up, get tight.
This is the most important timeout I've ever called.
Things are getting out of control out there.
And we need to regroup.
Hate.
Hate.
Hate is winning out there.
Not on these fields.
In our communities.
On our streets.
In our schools.
And we need to stop it.
So let's take this moment
To change the momentum.
I call a timeout.
On hate.
Together.
Together.
I'm the Modelo Recruiter, and I'm looking for fans with good hands and great speed. The ones who stay focused and never miss a play. They go the distance on game day, even when their team is away. I'm always watching, always looking to reward more full-time fans. Because football isn't really football without you.
All right, listen up. Your fire defense isn't cutting it, and it's almost game time.
Hey, you need killer alarms in every room. We're playing zone defense. I mean, fires can happen anywhere.
Like here. Here, too.
Des, you can't handle the heat.
Look at that Wendy's breakfast burrito. Fresh cracked eggs, seasoned potatoes, sausage. Gotta hand it to the tortilla. That sucker's holding on for dear life.
Get yours with $1 any size soft drink.
Gotta be Wendy's.
Let's check Lewis's keys to the game.
Yeah, for the Florida Gators, Bob, it's about getting this running game going and controlling the clock, keeping this Tennessee offense off the field. Average 4.5 yards per rush. They're more than capable. Defense, dominate the line of scrimmage, both run and pass. Establish the run, get after the passer when they can.
That's an important player, Keenan Pili. Looks like a knee injury. He very slowly walked off the field. Squirrel White, by the way, dinged last week. So they wanted to potentially take punt return duties off his plate tonight. It looks like they have. Jermont McCoy is back at the 10-yard line. Florida will play field position as Jeremy Crawshaw will try and pin the Vols deep, and does, down at the 10-yard line. Kick off your Sunday with NFL Countdown at 10 a.m. Eastern on ESPN. Fresh off his perfect performance, Jared Goff goes all access with Alex Smith before taking on the Cowboys. And then Week 6 Monday Night Football, a matchup that features the Bills squaring off against the Jets, with first place in the AFC East on the line. 8 Eastern on ABC, ESPN, ESPN Deportes, with Peyton and Eli once again on ESPN2. So Lewis, rather than go for it, get aggressive, Billy Napier plays field position and gives the Vols the long field.
That renewed confidence in the defensive side of the ball for the Florida Gators.
Looking for a crease is Dylan Sampson, and he fights his way for about 3 yards.
Like I was saying, look, Billy Napier says after the bye week, or during the bye week, they really went to work on the defensive side of the football. He spent more time on that side, felt as though that unit needed to play better and could play better. And he's putting their trust in him here early.
Play action. Iamaleava out of the pocket. Tucks it under. Flag down in the offensive backfield. How does that argument usually turn out?
Holding. Offense number 74. After this is to the goal, we play second down.
They got the right tackle, John Campbell Jr., and you're going to see him right here on your screen. Starting to lose the rusher. And as the quarterback starts to break the pocket, that's what happens. A lot of times, offensive tackles get their hands high and up on the pads of the pass rusher. That time, it was Cameron James, number 24. And these tackles are under the gun now for Tennessee here tonight. They have the spotlight on them because they didn't play very well last week in Fayetteville against the Arkansas Razorbacks. Gave up a lot of pressures. The pocket was just not secure. They need to play better tonight.
Going down inside the 5-yard line, fighting his way to the 5. At best is Sampson. Wyatt Taylor. Good penetration to bring down Sampson. Now it's 3rd down and long, 3rd and 15 from the 5.
Again, you're seeing that defensive front really get after it right now. As far as their ability to get off the ball and play with physicality, it's the key to the game for them. Win the line of scrimmage.
They're going to run it again and play conservative. The crowd doesn't like it. Dylan Sampson gets 2, just trying to buy some room for the punt group. And the decision by Billy Napier to play field position and punt it down to the 10-yard line. Works perfectly. And now it will be Jackson Ross kicking it from the end zone.
As you can see, they want to put this ball in the hands of the redshirt freshman Ia Maliaba. They want to make sure that he can prove to them that he has kind of answered some of the questions that we have of him after last week's game in Arkansas.
Line drive kick. Deacon. Fair catch right at midfield. No score. 8:06 to go in the first.
Ally helps millions spend smarter and save more for the things that matter most to them. That's why we're the bank that's your ally.
When I'm hit, I always get up. When no one is watching, I get up. When the lights are off and the critics are loud, when I have every reason to give in, I get up. When the pressure surrounds me, I get up.
Well, we passed them out too now.
Oh, we flying. It's something you're born with. Failure feel like fuel, doubt feel like adrenaline.
Even as a kid, I always had him playing against kids older than him.
And every loss is a sign that the next win will be greater.
I didn't know you wear shoes underwater.
For me, getting knocked down is part of the process. But I get up again and again and again.
You got a smile in it.
And every time I do, you'll love me even more.
You've been accused of plagiarizing your master's thesis. You tell the truth, you can have this bucket of Bud Lights.
I'll go first.
No.
Professor Wilkins has been taking karate classes ever since that saxophone girl put him in a headlock.
That was a secret.
Now it's a beer.
Everybody, let's focus, please.
Whatever you're into, Mercedes-Benz has an SUV for you. City shopping spree you. Weekend getaway you. Outdoor adventures you. Stylish, powerful, sophisticated. Because when you're in a Mercedes, you'd expect nothing less. Mercedes-Benz SUVs, featuring the all-new GLC plug-in hybrid with a best-in-class EPA estimated electric range of 54 miles. Visit MBUSA.com for special offers on select SUVs.
Popeye's crispy, juicy, tender, signature chicken is the meal your craving deserves. And now you can get 3 pieces of the chicken you crave for just $5. We don't make sense, we make chicken.
Love that chicken from Popeyes.
ESPN College Football Primetime is presented by IHG Hotels and Resorts. 19 hotel brands, 1 loyalty program. Download the app. And in part by Mercedes-Benz.
This rivalry is heated. It's passionate. It is intense. It's about which state's better, which team's better. Playing in this rivalry game was awesome. What this game really means is that one team will leave with a lot of hope, and the other team's hope will be dashed against the rocks.
Rivalry games are great. Josh Heupel yesterday said, you know, if you go way back, the rivalry game for Tennessee might be Vanderbilt. The old-timers would say Alabama, but in my generation, Florida was the rivalry game always for Tennessee. And now, a false start here with great field position for Florida. So the crew's sorting out who this penalty is against.
Offside. Defensive end was in the neutral zone at the snap. 5-yard penalty. The first down.
They're going to get 5 yards to the Gators. Let's go down to Chris.
Yeah, Tennessee losing a huge veteran presence on the defensive side. I've just been told that Keenan Peely is out for the remainder of the game with a lower body injury. I am watching him walk to the locker room right now under his own power. But not good news for Tennessee on the defensive side.
That's a big loss in the heart of the defense, Lewis.
Without a doubt. Look, defensive coordinator Tim Banks, he talked about the fact that
8 minutes, 6 seconds, 8:06 on the game clock, please.
this linebacking unit is largely responsible for how well this defense has played as a whole. He's going to be missed.
Game clock operator, please reset the game clock. Thank you.
We heard you the whole time. They wanted an extra second on the game clock. I'm not sure they can hear them in the press box.
It's unbelievably loud in this stadium.
Montrell Johnson is the lone setback. Everybody's fighting the crowd noise, including the Gators. There goes Johnson. And he pushes the pile for a couple of yards. 4 of the last 5 opponents have been held under 100 yards rushing by this Tennessee defense. A big factor last week in the loss to Arkansas. The Razorbacks ran for 137 yards.
Yeah, they gave it up to them late in that game. They had some breakdowns as far as communication, staying in your gaps. But this team is formidable right up the middle. They have some big defensive tackles that can really hold up at the point of attack.
Trey Wilson in the backfield. Hurts floats one down the sideline. Incomplete. Out of the reach of Elijah Badger. So now 3rd down and 3. And you know they desperately like to pay off the great field position that their special teams and defense created for them.
But here when you're in plus territory, when you're on the opponent's side of the 50, on the road, your defense is playing well. You do want to go ahead and convert this first down. You got to get it to your playmakers. We haven't heard from Chimere Dike yet, the transfer from Wisconsin. You see, they got a little bit of a condensed formation, expecting man-to-man coverage.
Hurts. He's going to run for it. Dives and gets it. First down scramble for Graham Mertz as Ricky Gibson forced him down, but not before he picked it up.
And you're going to see here, you're going to see Mertz. He's looking at DK. He's looking his way, but he's covered up. Ricky Gibson has him locked down. And Mertz, do not underestimate his athletic ability. He can make plays with his legs. He can throw off platform, get outside the pocket. Look, head coach Billy Napier, he loves this quarterback situation. The fans may not love it with this rotation, but he's comfortable with it.
Ellen Wilson in the slot right. Those are the 2 wide receivers they've gotten back. And those are difference makers, especially Trey Wilson in the slot.
They can fly, Bob. These guys can get down the field.
The clock was winding down. To the short side is Montrell Johnson, and he has run out after a gain of only a yard. Gibson and Arion Carter. The sophomore linebacker who played running back in high school was not really highly recruited. And they've really been amazed at how he has, with football IQ, taken to the position of linebacker at this level.
But when you throw on the tape with this young man, you can see that football IQ. He is off the spot in an absolute hurry, and he will make a ton of tackles, especially now that Keenan Pili is out for the game.
True freshman Jaden Ball with a nice jump cut close to a first down.
We were down on the field for pregame, and we were just marveling at the way these running backs are put together. Montrell Johnson, Jaden Ball, these guys are all 215, 220 plus.
Quarterback sneak, a little push. It depends on the spot. He is right on the line to gain. And it looks like from where the official from the far side is running in, he's probably got it. First down without measurement.
We got another injury.
And Elijah Simmons, it looks like, is down. So that's 2 starters for Tennessee in their front 7. They've already lost Keenan Pili, and now Simmons is down.
There's only one play. Go for dose. Let's roll some tape. 2 seats in an okay position, but the front row will be a huge score.
Watch the Dos Equis vendor screen the usher's view to spring the big play.
That's how you...
Go for dose!
Who just picked up Buffalo Wild Wings Go? The Hankster!
Hank!
What?
Jimmy already got B-Dubs Go.
Yeah, Jimmy already got B-Dubs Go. Jimmy already got B-Dubs Go?
Jimmy already got B-Dubs.
Okay, Jimmy already got B-Dubs Go delivered. But did he get 10 free boneless wings?
Yep.
No!
Hey, Scott, this stuff's perfect for fall, right?
Yep, it feeds your lawn now to strengthen roots all winter for a better lawn next spring.
How do you know all this?
Says it right there on the back.
Yes, it does.
Download the MyLawn app today for lawn care tips and customized plans.
Feed your lawn. Feed it.
If you recently lost health coverage due to a life change, healthcare.gov is here for you. Like it's there for Marcus. Even though he lost his job, he's not worried about finding a new health plan anymore. And Keisha, she turned 26 and went off her parents' insurance, so she found new, affordable coverage. And for the Moore family, when they lost Medicaid, they found a new plan that fits their budget. There are many other ways to qualify. Visit healthcare.gov, where millions have found the coverage they need.
Amazon fall favorites are here. Save on fashion, home, beauty, and more. Shop Amazon fall favorites now.
Bookstores. I read that one. I read that one. I read that. I didn't read that one. I didn't read that one. Hey, can you get this? Because I left my wallet way in my back pocket.
My pleasure, because I earn unlimited 2% cash back.
Wow, this is fascinating. Did you know whales and barnacles have a parasitic relationship?
Oh, I know about parasitic relationships. Let's go, Barnacle.
Off you go.
Unlimited 2% cash back. The Wells Fargo Active Cash credit card.
80% of Americans accused of a crime will get appointed a public defender.
We're the front line of defending people's constitutional rights.
Gideon's Promise trains, mentors, and supports public defenders.
It's fueled me to continue on in this fight.
The wandering son returns. The older brother, who's been away from the family for over 1,000 days, is back. A little bolder, more sophisticated, stronger yet leaner. The all-new Land Cruiser resumes its place alongside the new, more dynamic Tacoma, the powerful Tundra, the legendary 4Runner, and the full-size adventuring Sequoia to reunite Toyota's 5 brothers. The family that plays together stays together. Toyota, let's go places.
According to our All-State playoff predictor, here are the chances Tennessee has had since the preseason to make the 12-team college football playoff and how it's changed. Preseason, about a third of the way there. Some of their big wins. NC State and then Oklahoma, they were all the way up to 81%. Plunged to 47% with the loss last week to Arkansas. Then look at the bottom of the screen. How important this game is tonight to the Vols. Lose it all the way down to 14% to make the playoff. They basically tread water with a win. So they have to win this game. As Jordan Baugh on 1st and 10 only gains about 2 yards. So they're not going to be giving Lewis much credit based on the percentages with a home win tonight over the Gators. And this is a rivalry game.
Yeah, look, strength of schedule, so to speak, is going to be a big part of it all when it's all said and done as far as how this all plays out. Tennessee needs to be convincing. They needed to start fast in this game, and they haven't so far. They're on their heels here early.
They fake it to Jaden Ball and slip a little screen in the right flat to Dike. He's about a yard shy of the first down.
Chimere Dike, the transfer from Wisconsin. Quarterback Graham Mertz says that is his guy. That is one of his best friends, if not his very best friend, and he is someone who has produced for Florida here early in the season. Already has 15 catches, 277 yards coming into this game. He'll play a big role tonight.
Ricky Gibson hurt on that last play, crawled off to the sideline. It's another injury for the Tennessee defense. Swapped under behind the line is Jaden Ball on 3rd down. Well, he lost about a handful. Omari Thomas blew that play up, as did the rest of the Vols defensive line. That's going to force a field goal attempt.
You just see Omari Thomas with the penetration, the jab step, and then he just gets upfield. And watch Jeremiah Thielander as well. You see the linebacker number 22 who came in for Keenan Peely just fired through the A-gaps. And that's how you got to do it in third and short situations. You've got to reset that line of scrimmage, man, and you've got to get in the backfield. The Tennessee defense stands up.
Trey Smack from 42. The game's first points, effortlessly. Knocks it right down the middle. So the Gators are on the board. And now a quick word from Verbo.
Defenses so far have been stingy, and that really showed in the... Look, if you want a house without a host, you should have booked a Verbo. Like I was saying, both teams have really good defenses, and it really showed in the second half.
What a scene. How great is this?
Look, when they started playing Rocky Top and the teams were running out in Tennessee, I'm sitting there getting goosebumps. Like, this takes me back to my childhood. This is what college football is all about. If you could see, folks, what we're seeing from our vantage point right now, the colors, the spotlights there, you see the band on your screen. I mean, there's just so much pageantry.
29 is now wearing 38. Number 0 is now wearing 32.
And excitement in this town. I mean, this is big time. Big time. SEC football on a Saturday night. When I talk about calling live games being the pinnacle of broadcasting, Bob, this is pretty darn good right here.
They had a bunch of recruits down on the sideline, did Tennessee. It's not hard to understand when you see this scene why. I would want a recruit to see this too.
If you
come to Tennessee, you get to experience
this. You leave out of here as a highly recruited young man, you're going to have a hard time topping this.
It'll be a touchback, our first opportunity to check in with Matt Barrett.
Big game, Bob. Always a pleasure. I bring you Chick-fil-A moves on the field. End of Penn State, USC in overtime. Michael Lance misses a 45-yarder for the Trojans. Here comes Ryan Barker for the win. Penn State survives. 33-30. Lewis Riddick. Hail to Pitt.
At least Pitt survived, too.
You know it, baby. You know it. You know what kind of roll they're on.
Can't ruin Lewis's night, even with a Penn State survival. Jet sweep. Brew McCoy. You'd think a Penn State survival might make Lewis sad, but nothing can make Lewis sad.
Look, I didn't even
after
hear
that survival.
I didn't even hear that part of what Matt was saying. I know what he was saying. You're not going to bait me, dude. I get it. I get it. Pitt's got their own program going on, just like Tennessee does right now, as they try to get this thing going and get some points on the board.
Sean Bishop drags a couple of tacklers. Cam Jackson brings him down a yard short of a first down.
Bob, what you're seeing is this defensive front for Florida, the side of the ball again, that Billy Napier gave a lot of his attention during their bye week, has really stepped it up.
This time Bishop submarines for a first down and moves the pile. Well, in spite of the fact that they gave up a first down, you're right, Billy Napier said the 3 days that they had of practice during that open date, he said it was like real football, right? And he thinks that was a turning point for their defense. Iamaleava has to escape the pocket again. Out on the edge, there he goes, flag down. He's across the 50. The crowd loves the run. We'll see if it comes back. And the offensive line with shoulders slumped tells the story.
Holding. Offense number 53. 10-yard penalty. First down.
You see they're going to get transferred. Lance Hurd right here, the left tackle, number 53. Again, those tackles that were under fire after last week's performance in Arkansas, you see again, when the hands get high on the shoulder pads and they start to lose control of the defender, that's the natural instinctive reaction, is to grab. And those are the kind of things that just drive Josh Heupel and all head coaches nuts, because those are the things you can control. And you can't have self-inflicted wounds in a highly contested SEC matchup like this.
Play action, blitz off the edge. Chris Brazzell, his first catch. Good for about 6 yards, out to the 34-yard line in front of Bryce Thornton.
See, that's what they want to see. Nice rhythmic passing. Just get Nico into a rhythm.
Tries to stay in rhythm. Into traffic. Broken up. Unless he held onto it. It looks like he did. Oh, what a catch by Bledsoe. Unbelievable. But he got popped by Jordan Castell and held on for 20 yards.
You're going to see Castell just read the eyes of Iamaleava and come offside with the break. Textbook break.
Squirrel away. Down the sideline. Another first down for Tennessee.
See, this is what Josh Heupel wanted to see. Now they're into a groove. Now the quarterback is starting to see it clearly. He's letting go of the ball, trying to throw with anticipation.
Another play-action fake. This time he goes down. The pocket collapses. And the sack. Devin Moore came off the edge.
That's what Florida wants. They want to make Nico hits with the football. You're going to see it here. He wants to let it go now. He has to pull it down. His eyes come down. And now that's when the pass rush for Florida can go to work.
And Jaden Robinson got home.
Look, this defensive front, their top 8 players on the defensive front played against Tennessee last year in the Swamp. They know what it takes in order to win a game like this, albeit on the road. And they're going to have to come up with more plays like that.
Another blitz. Another sack. Tyreek Sapp will end the quarter with back-to-back sacks for the Gators.
This is the end of the first quarter.
3-0 Florida, and their defense changing the game.
Wake up, shot calling. Pay what I bought it. New.
I have a surprise for you.
Oh, yes, please.
Yeah. Feast your eyes on this.
Oh, that's sexy. Feels so new.
I want to feel this feeling again and again.
Can I hold it?
How bad do you want to hold it?
I'm not gonna beg, but pretty please.
Or they don't. Go ahead, press a button.
Oh, it's glowing.
Apple Intelligence. We should do this more often.
Agreed.
Rekindle the feeling of love with the new iPhone 16 Pro on us. And feel it again and again with the latest iPhone every year with AT&T Next Up Anytime.
Brisket is back at Chipotle. Seasoned, smoked, seared, spiced, sauced, bold, and guacced. It's a whole new kind of brisket done the Chipotle way.
There's some things that work better together, like your workplace benefits and retirement savings. Voya provides tools that help you make the right investment and benefit choices so you can reach today's financial goals and look forward to a more confident future.
Voya, well planned, well invested, well protected.
When you can't rely on technology, you can rely on Mountain Cold Refreshment.
Dave's back on.
Coors Light. Choose chill.
While you were away, there were some developments. Lots and lots of developments. Fortunately, you live in a world where DoorDash can come to your rescue. Your door to a peaceful home. Your door to more. DoorDash.
What does a good investment opportunity look like? At T. Rowe Price, we let curiosity light the way, asking smart questions about opportunities like clean water and what promising new treatment advances can make a new tomorrow possible. Better questions, better out.
All right, we got your home and auto bundled, and you saved hundreds.
Oh, that's nice with the economy and all.
Ooh.
What's the economy?
Where do we start?
What isn't the economy?
Yes.
Right?
It is, it's so many things.
Right.
Look, all you really need to know is that Progressive can save you money without sacrificing quality coverage. You follow?
I'll just look it up.
That went well.
On a reflective Fansville by Dr. Pepper.
Dad, do you ever feel like college football is being changed by all this corporate money flooding into the sport?
I'm sorry I missed that. I was just grabbing a delicious ice-cold Dr. Pepper.
I just feel like the brands are taking over.
Dr. Pepper's strawberries and cream for my two thirsty boys.
You see what I mean? You're overreacting, pal.
Aflac!
That's the Aflac duck.
It's a normal duck.
He's waving a branded flag.
Aflac!
It's a pennant.
My whole life is a commercial!
College football, it's a Pepper thing.
NHL Frozen Frenzy on ESPN, ESPN Plus, and ESPN2.
Coach, your defense has held them. They get that sack there. What's allowed them to be able to hold Tennessee's offense in that first quarter?
Well, we got to play the normal downs well to create some passing situations so we can go pressure the guy, right? So we've done a good job creating some TFLs. We tackle well in the perimeter. And then when we got them in the passing downs, we've been able to finish on the quarterback.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you.
When Tennessee has given Iamaleava time, he's 5 of 5, 79 yards, and they've had a couple of long drives. One, they turned it over, and this one back-to-back sacks to end the quarter. Short-circuited out near midfield. Now 3rd and 26. Pocket collapsing again. Iamaleava down again. And Tennessee will have to punt from midfield. Jaden Robinson all over Iamaleava again. And George Gums might share that sack.
It's just the pressure inside. They ran a little twist stunt inside. You're going to see it right here. You're going to see them loop here. And then what winds up happening is the pocket starts getting collapsed. Nico's eyes have to come down, and then the outside rushers can just retrace their steps, finish with the sack.
Jim Dike with the fair catch at the 10-yard line. Let's take a look at this week's college football rankings brought to you by Capital One. How big is this week? How big is every week in college football? Right now, Ohio State with a 7-0 lead on Oregon, a battle of top 5 teams, top 3 teams. At that point, how about Alabama surviving against South Carolina in that wild one earlier today by 2?
You can take nothing for granted this season. You have to watch all of these games, and you have to watch them to the very end. And I'll tell you what, you better watch this game to the very end, because I tell you, this young man running onto the field right now, number 2, DJ Lagway, he is a human highlight reel. He is big, he's strong, he's fast, he throws a beautiful football. I think you're going to be in for a treat when you see this young man unleash here.
This has been the Gators formula. First couple of possessions for Mertz, and then Lagway gets a chance. He'll hand the first one off, and right up the gut, Montrell Johnson. Out to about the 14-yard line before he's turned back by Christian Charles.
Well, you want to know one of the things that you notice from all the way up here, and I'm sure the folks at home notice it on their monitors. Do you see these young men, how they are playing with physical? I mean, these guys are flying. These guys are hitting. This is big-time college football, folks. It is so noticeable. It's jumping off the screen at you.
Lagway bullets one up the sideline. DK makes the catch. Oh, was that on a rope for 17?
Look, man, it just looks different when it jumps off of this young man's hand. I mean, you just see this big body here after the zone read play action fake. Just get out there. Just look at this ball. It's effortless, and it's right on time. All Chimere Dike has to do is put his hands up. It's just like handing it to him, like he walked down there and handed it to him.
Another handoff. And a good run at that for Montrell Johnson. Chris, why does this 2-quarterback system with these 2 guys work?
And it's the relationship between the 2 of them. When we met with Mertz yesterday, he said he's been shocked by DJ's humility at his age. Mertz said, when I was a young quarterback, all I really wanted was the older guys to help me out. So I tried to do that for him. Because at the end of the day, he makes our team better, and that's what matters.
And Mertz embracing the role as the tutor, and Lagway being so willing to be tutored. It's rare. And there goes Johnson. He's got a first down. And Lewis, I was struck when Graham Mertz told us they're roommates on the road.
Yeah.
You know, like Graham Mertz said, Chimere Dike is my best friend. Someday he will be the best man at my wedding, right? We are that tight. Sure. Where he's the best man at my wedding, right? So we're that close. And yet that's not his roommate on the road. He has taken DJ Lagway and said, you be my roommate on the road. Let's have that kind of a relationship and spend that kind of time together. So that ego pull of I'm the starter, I'm protecting my job. You're the young pup and I'm going to keep you at arm's length. That doesn't really exist between these 2 at all.
Yeah, it's something that really surprises you in today's day and age, in the NIL era, where when players don't get what they want, if maybe they are in a 2-quarterback system and maybe not getting the reps that they want, they would be in the transfer portal quickly.
Four-man rush. Lagway breaks a tackle. Right up the middle of the field. A slide. Short of the first down. Gave himself up before he got to the line to gain. Broke the tackle of David Hobbs. Third down and short.
You see David Hobbs with a very nice pass rush. You see him with the arm over. He's able to get penetration on the pocket. But Lagway says, hey, look, dude, no problem. No problem. I'm 6'3", 240 pounds. You ain't going to get me down with just a hand on my shoulder pad. This young man is special. And this Tennessee defensive front is going to have to bring their very best against him all night.
Third and one. Lagway. Easy flip in the right flat to Boardingham. Catch and run for the big tight end and a first down.
Again, just nice ball handling on the part of DJ Lagway. You're going to see him here just get out on the edge there and just flip this ball nicely to Boardingham. A nice, easy touch throw so that he can turn it upfield in full command of the entire offensive operation right now. And see, this is why Billy Napier says, look, this two-quarterback system is working for me, because both of these quarterbacks are able to settle into a rhythm and move the football.
Zone read. Jacoby Jackson. 3 yards.
In the same formula that they used a year ago. They want to be physical up front, attack the edges, run the football downhill, get these big backs going north and south. Jacoby Jackson, the smallest of the three, who you'll see at 208 pounds. They have got some tanks in the backfield, and they're going to throw them all at the Tennessee defense tonight.
And they bring that whole offense back into a phone booth again. Check with me from Lagway. That's a broken play in the backfield. Lagway turned and bumped right into Jacoby Jackson. That play was stopped before it got started. They lost 2.
You can see Lagway's expecting him to turn and hand the ball off to his right. And Jacoby Jackson's thinking, look, he's going to run the counter to his left, and they just bump into one another. Again, it's loud, it's raucous here. This is one of these situations where you can have some miscommunication.
Timeout's going to be called from the sideline by Coach Napier.
Florida, they're first.
So they will talk over before third down and 9.
I was so excited when I heard this sandwich was back. I was like, Cloud 9. 2 words, Cloud 9. What's up? This is Mike.
And this is Celia.
And a little thing we love about the Chick-fil-A Honey Pepper Pimento Chicken Sandwich
is the symphony of flavors. You can always count on that crispy, tender, juicy chicken, and it's got pickled jalapenos, and it's so good.
My favorite part is the pimento cheese. Topped off with the honey, it all comes together perfectly. I like the original.
I like the spicy chicken fillet. But either way,
you're getting a winner.
Real customers paid for their testimonials.
I wish we could watch the college football games we actually care about.
You can. On ESPN with Sling, they have the college football that you love. You can even choose and customize your channel lineup with Sling. And you can watch it on your phone. That sounds so easy. Now how do we get out of here? Follow me.
I love this. Yeah, that place was way too crowded.
Watch the college football games you actually care about on ESPN with Sling. Sling lets you do that.
All right, Tina, 6 is hard to beat.
Not for us.
Okay, not soccer, but
football.
Yes. We honeymooned here.
Mallorca.
Yes. Pass.
Oh, we don't pass, Tina. Come on.
They help give you more.
A tax professional.
And they have a 97% satisfaction rating.
Salami.
You could have done it in a British accent.
That's helpful, Randy.
For savings and service, get more with Geico.
An SEC Saturday that could define the season. Top 10 collision. Playoff chances hanging in the balance.
Stars have to play like stars.
An epic Top 10 SEC on ABC doubleheader next Saturday.
How would you like to win a new duck boat? That's right. Drake Waterfowl's giving you the chance to win a fully rigged Timber Reaper mud boat with Mossy Oak Shattergrass camouflage with a 40-horse Gator Tail motor valued at $28,000. Signing up is easy. Just scan the QR code at your local independent Drake Waterfowl dealer or head to drakewaterfowl.com to enter. Hurry! Your dream boat is just a scan away. Drake, the waterfowl company.
If you still haven't heard about Mott & Bow's jeans, you are missing out. Mott & Bow is the #1 premium denim company in comfort and style. Their jeans have dynamic stretch technology to provide absolute flexibility and make them perfect for everyday wear. The denim comes from some of the best denim mills in the world, so their jeans look great and last a very long time. They are probably the most comfortable jeans you'll ever wear. Head on over to mottandbow.com for the perfect balance of fit, style, and comfort.
ESPN College Football Primetime, presented by IHG Hotels and Resorts, is brought to you by Burger King. You rule. And the new 2025 Hyundai Tucson Hybrid.
The 8th all-time Checker Neyland game, 102,000. It's pretty simple. They have a website. You go to the website, put in your section, and they tell you wear white or wear orange. Follow the instructions. And we get this look, one of the great looks in all of sports after the Florida timeout. Let's see, Lewis, how they handle third down. Lagway. Screen out to the edge. Montrell Johnson. I think he might have a first down. Right at the line to gain. Where do they spot it? It is very close.
It's a big-time individual effort by Montrell Johnson. You see they have two blockers out there on the edge for him. And they're just going to get the ball out to him quickly, and then he's just got to get the ball north and south. As you see Bordenham and Elijah Badger out there lead blocking for him. He just puts his shoulder pads down and fights for the extra yardage. And I talked about these running backs and how these guys are tough to bring down. Their lower bodies are put together. Johnson, number 1 at 218 pounds. Jaden Ball, 227.
Well, those chains are no more than about 3 paces away from the football. They still have to bring them out to measure. Billy Napier was confident. He signaled first down. He spoke too soon. So now a 4th and inches call for Florida in the red zone. The replay booth is weighing in as well to make sure it's an accurate spot. Where was the football when Montrell Johnson went down?
But looking at the replay, I thought he had it. I thought his knee wasn't down and that ball had broken the line of the game. That's a tough spot, man. I mean, I don't know how you judge that considering how fast all that happens, but what a great individual effort by Montrell Johnson.
Here come the big bodies. And there is no doubt about it. If they stick with this spot and keep this 4th and inches, Florida's going for it.
And Bob, you got a 240-pound quarterback.
And a 216-pound tailback right behind him or right next to him, maybe to help push.
I mean, I know there are going to be people at home going, why would you get in the gun when you have a 240-pound quarterback who's just an absolute freak of an athlete?
They're going to try to get it with speed. Trey Wilson brought down. Ricky Gibson.
And that's exactly why you should go ahead and put him under center and let him run the quarterback sneak. Ricky Gibson, again, he trails this motion across the formation and comes like a rocket ship to prevent Florida from picking up the first down.
Team, it's been a grind, but I think I've aged you well. Some might say perfect. Who's ready to show who's the cheesiest?
I woke up feeling the cheesiest, coach.
Cheez-It, official sponsor of the college football playoff.
Meet Ron. Ron eats, sleeps, and breathes hoops.
Us? Not us.
And there's not a no-look pass, double-double, or buzzer beater he won't wax poetic on, ad nauseum. But oh, how he can nail a software solution like the best high-screen pick-and-roll you've ever seen. You need Ron. Ron needs a retirement plan. Work with Principal so we can help you help Ron with a retirement and benefits plan that's right for him. Let our expertise round out yours.
I keep seeing his face everywhere.
This thing is a parasite. Now it's latched onto you.
We have to stop it, no matter what.
Smile 2. Rated R.
Being the best takes hard work. That's why Old Dominion Freight Line, the #1 national LTL carrier for quality, works hard to be the best in the game and is proud to support those striving to be the best in theirs.
Take us to the Bitterroot Forest. Continue north for 327 miles.
Conquer the weekend in the all-new Hyundai Santa Fe Hybrid with up to 600-mile range.
BK Royal Crispy Wraps. Eat it with the meal or have it as a snack. Only $2.99. It's a hunger hack and it fits in one hand. At BK, have it your way.
Nature's Bounty. Your bones are 4 times as strong as concrete. Nature's Bounty supplements your bone health with high absorption magnesium. It's in your nature to stand strong. Nature's Bounty. It's in your nature.
One of my best friends I fish with a lot in the off season, his family owns a, sorry, it troubles me a little bit. His family owns a farm. They've lost 4 houses on that farm that were swept away by what was about a 6-foot wide creek. Just to see the videos and everything, you know, we were able to drive up there yesterday and you're just driving up the mountain and you look off the side of the road, there's a car wrapped around a tree. There's a house that's been completely ripped off its platform. There's a lot of people up there that need help. It's just really sad to see what's come to the region.
The day of the loss to Arkansas, Dane Davis drove back to his hometown in Bluff City, which is in northeast Tennessee, an area affected by Hurricane Helene. He personally delivered groceries and supplies to neighbors back home and has raised over $10,000.
Heartbreaking scenes. Deep shot. Incomplete. Iamaleava took a shot to Squirrel White, had him behind the Florida defense and just missed, and Squirrel White's hurt. He's going to have to come off.
You saw Squirrel White. He got behind the secondary, man. He was rolling. And as you see, Iamaleava just rolled to his left, a little half roll, and he's able to get down the middle of the field. He just puts this on him. It's 6. Because he was behind Jordan Castell, number 14, who came into the screen late. Big missed opportunity coming right out of the gate here.
Keeper. Iamaleava. Terrific ball fake. He froze the Florida defense and found a running lane for a first down.
And there you see the misdirection in the backfield, and the quarterback keeper, the tight end leading around the edge. Maybe we see more of that here tonight.
And Sampson. That one was the key for that Florida defense. Cam Jackson brought down Dylan Sampson behind the line.
Again, the interior defenders for Florida just continuing to show up in this game early.
Try a straight ahead dive. And Sampson is tripped up by TJ Searcy. That'll be 3rd down and at least 7.
And what did Billy Napier talk about with Chris Button? He said, look, we got to do our work on the early down so we can get into a situation where now we can pressure the passer. Here you are, 3rd and long.
The look over, and will there be a Florida adjustment? You're bringing pressure here, you're dropping out.
Like here on 3rd and long, you want to continue to put the pressure on him or use some simulated pressures. Make him think it's coming and drop out with 7 or 8. And here they bring extras.
Iamaleava, deep shot down the sideline. Incomplete. He had Chaz Nimrod turned around and missed him.
And there Chaz Nimrod, we talked about him early in the game as a guy who just has blazing speed. You're going to see him there in the slot. He just runs a go route and he just breezes right past Aaron Gates. This guy has home run speed. Nico's just got to put this on him. He has plenty of time in the pocket, has a clean look at it, leads him too far outside. Another missed opportunity down the field.
So Florida will have the football back at their own 20-yard line when we return.
Popeye's crispy, juicy, tender signature chicken is the meal your craving deserves. And now you can get 3 pieces of the chicken you crave for just $5. We don't make sense, we make chicken.
Love that chicken from Popeyes.
Check out Mahomes' top 3 plays of the day. He scrambles into T-Mobile to get that new iPhone 16 Pro on us. It's a little shimmy, shimmy, shake. What you think, Kyle?
It's like he's chasing an ice cream truck.
Ice cream! He got his iPhone 16 Pro, the first iPhone built for Apple Intelligence.
Cuz holding it up like a baby lion.
Homie takes those T-Mobile savings and calls it a day.
Respect.
Now at T-Mobile.com, get the new iPhone 16 Pro on us. And families can save 20% every month versus the other big guys.
What's wrong?
My travel rewards card didn't earn enough miles for my vacation.
Are you crying?
No.
Are you crying because of that other card?
No.
There's no crying in baseball. Or with the Capital One Venture Card, because it lets you earn unlimited double miles on every purchase every day. And you can use those miles on any travel purchase. And you know why? There's no crying with the Venture Card. What's in your wallet? Let's play ball!
Faraway places. Far away over.
Why choose a mobile network built for places you'll probably never be, instead of for where you are most of the time? Xfinity Mobile was designed for where you need it most.
You never want to lose your edge, and the Lexus RX completely understands that.
This starts here, and this is what we want.
Here comes the Wildcats.
Yeah, that's how I
Travis Hunter, one of the most dynamic players.
Should be a lot of fun, crucial in the Big 12 race.
Welcome back to the SEC on ESPN. And just up the road from Knoxville, in Asheville, across the border, folks were devastated by the impacts from Hurricane Milton. And of course, Helene obviously devastated that area. Milton, the latest to hit Florida. You can help people affected by both hurricanes by donating at redcross.org/ESPN. To help the Red Cross respond and help people recover, please give whatever you can. Bob Wischusen, Louis Riddick, and Chris Budden back on Rocky Top. Graham Mertz back in the game as he takes over at quarterback. Play action, flips one on the right flat. Aiden Hansen, catch and run first down. They have used their tight ends and used them well. And Florida has done a good job of making this an NFL-type first half, Louis.
But they do as good a job as anyone when you talk about NFL-type first half of using motions and ball handling to get defenses out of sorts.
Screened to Trey Wilson.
And look, I know what you're talking about as far as an NFL-type first half. It's been a battle of field position, great defense, trying to protect the football. Points are going to be at a premium in this game because they're going to be hard to come by. But you got to like this Florida offense in terms of its structure and how they try to attack. They give defenses a lot to think about.
There's a crease. Oh, that run from Montrell Johnson. Oh, did he finish with authority to the 38-yard line? A gain of 23, and he knows it.
I mean, you just see the double teams at the point of attack. Just look at it all here inside. Look at how they're able to get movement on both the interior defenders, wall them off, get push at the point of attack. Look, I could run through that hole. It may not have been as successful, but I can do that.
Another shot inside the 25-yard line. Another tight end catch for Arlis Boardingham in front of Andre Turrentine, who got run over by Montrell Johnson on the last play. 18 more. And with the lead, Florida in the red zone.
There you see the effects of play action. You're running the ball effectively, you're going to have some passing windows open when you use play action. There's a perfect example.
Johnson breaks a tackle. Inside the 15, down to about the 14, maybe the 13-yard line before he finally is finished off after a gain of 7.
You see just how strong he is. But Joshua Josephs, the defensive end for Tennessee, had him in his grasp. He just runs right through those arm tackles. You are not going to get these Florida backs down easily. They showed last year this team played the same way with the same kind of mentality on offense at the Swamp, and they're doing it again here early on. The physical downhill running.
Another handoff to the workhorse. He's inside the 5. Johnson at the goal line, just short of the end zone. And Florida wants to go quickly. They want to get right back up to the line of scrimmage.
They're just blowing them off the ball. You see them. They are just getting people on skates, getting their shoulders turned. And Montrell Johnson, he will finish just like 13 Jaden Ball, just like Jacoby
Jackson. Please reset the game clock to 3 minutes, 44 seconds. 3:44 on the game clock, please. Thank you.
Omar Norman Lott is injured, or Florida was ready to run right back up to the line of scrimmage and snap the ball from inside the 1-yard line. That's an important player, though, for the Tennessee defense, and they've lost several. Again, they lost their inside linebacker, Keenan Peely, for the rest of the night with an apparent knee injury early in the first quarter. Well, the Lynx won a Game 1 overtime thriller Thursday night. We'll have Game 2 of the best-of-5 WNBA Finals between Minnesota and the New York Liberty tomorrow afternoon, 3 Eastern on ABC and the app. There's a first-round pick trotting back on the field. They need to stand up now.
Yeah, he is special, and he's going to need to have a special game as you see Omar Norman Lott coming off the field. But James Pierce is going to have to make his impact on this game. Had one of his best games of the season last week at Arkansas. As far as playing the run, which they challenged him to be even better at that than he's been in the past. And he is a dynamite pass rusher.
Hurts, quarterback sneak, open for the push at the goal line. No signal. Did the ball pop out? Tennessee thinks it came loose. They've got the takeaway. Did James Pierce rip it out? Mertz lost the football at the goal line on the quarterback sneak, and it looks like James Pierce may have recovered.
Yeah, I think they're going to take a look at this one. I think Mertz's knee may have been down.
Field is a fumble recovered by the defense for a first down.
Get another look at it here. You can see Mertz just fighting.
Please reset the game clock.
Maybe his knee was off the ground. That's a little bit different angle. Is that shin down? Can't see it from that angle.
Please reset the game clock to 3 minutes, 18 seconds.
Was that ball coming loose is the question. And you see, we just talked about James Pierce has to make his presence known.
3 minutes, 18 seconds, please.
I don't know that we've seen a replay yet that would say a body part was down before the ball
recovered by
popped
the
out.
defense. The play's under video review.
Yeah, this is the best angle of it here, Bob. You're going to see here. I don't think Mertz's shin is on the ground.
Or his elbow.
Or his elbow. Off the ground, nothing's on the ground yet. Nothing's on the ground.
Right
Ball's
there.
coming out.
Wow.
I don't think you can overturn it.
I agree.
And that's what we're talking about. That's the kind of thing that James Pierce has to make his impact on. And there you see it. Never give up, always pulling at that football, fighting for possession of that football. And he may have made a huge play for the Tennessee defense here late in the second quarter.
Well, Tennessee went right down the field on their first possession and then fumbled on an exchange between Iamaleava and Dylan Sampson. So we have seen a couple of big fumbles take points potentially off the board for both teams. This is a 3-0 game where there have been opportunities for both teams to put points on the board and miss. Weird things happen in rivalry football games and college football.
After video review, the ruling on the field stands. First down, Tennessee.
So Tennessee gets the takeaway. The forced fumble at the goal line by James Pierce Jr. rips it away from Mertz. And they will start 99.5 yards away from the opposite goal line. But they hold Florida out of the end zone.
Yeah, that's a big-time play by a big-time playmaker. And now as you see Josh Heupel on your screen, he's got to make sure he manages this situation correctly with his young quarterback. They are backed up, and this Florida defensive front has been getting after it. Be sure with your ball handling, no turnovers, be clean down here.
Deshaun Bishop, breathing room, and then some. Out to about the 6-yard line.
Let's get some breathing room now so you have some room to work.
Deshaun Bishop joined Tennessee as a preferred walk-on. And now he's out there toting the rock with their season potentially on the line inside of 3 minutes to go in the first half.
Big third down here, 3rd and short.
He's got it again. Graham crawls close to a first down. Looks like he's short. And if so, with 2:29 to go, you wonder if the Gators might call a timeout, save some time for their offense. I think they will.
Well, Bobby, you talked about it. We brought it up numerous different times. This is a pro-style game.
Set the game clock to 2 minutes, 28 seconds. 2:28 on the game clock, please. This will be a 30-second timeout. Thank you.
So the Gators defense, after their offense coughs it up right at the goal line, goes out and does the best possible thing they probably can do. And that is force a 3 and out, and maybe they get their field position right back for their offense.
Yeah, this is complementary football at its best, right? I mean, they understand where they are here in this hostile environment. They need to play it close to the vest a little bit. Make sure that field position and ball security are something that is emphasized, and field position right here is going to be key. Because, look, their offense has moved the football. They moved the football up and down the field. And Tennessee has had some success, too. You want to get another crack at it here before the half. You have plenty of time to do so.
It's a 3-0 game.
Yep.
But how much confidence do you think might be building on the road with the way the first half has played out for the Gators? And how much doubt maybe in the minds of this Tennessee offense, considering last week they also couldn't put points on the board against Arkansas? And is there a chance that on 4th down from inside their own 11-yard line, Tennessee's going to go for this? Wow. Is this a hard call? How about the guts shown by Josh Heupel? Deshaun Bishop picks up a 4th down conversion inside their own 15-yard line.
Well, that's one of those moments of truth. He's saying, look, offensive line, look, enough. You're going to have to move the line of scrimmage. We cannot give this Florida offense another crack at it here before the half. We're better than this. I'm challenging you right now. Take the game in your own hands and move somebody.
This is the 2-minute timeout.
Down to the 2-minute timeout. That's got to be about as gutsy a coaching decision as anyone has had this season.
I'm the team mascot, and boy, am I running late. But I got lead in my foot and spirit in my fingers. Oh, what a hit. And if you don't have the right auto insurance coverage, the cost to cover that might tank your season. So get Allstate. Save money on auto insurance and be protected from mayhem, like me. Woo!
This is the Emirates Premium Economy seat. Economy. Perhaps they need to call it something else.
Ready for action, nip it in the bud, we never relax, and an outcast is everlasting. But I know y'all wanted that 808, can you feel that BASS?
Under my feet, I feel the sky tumbling down, but
Love the way you move. Introducing the all-new, reimagined Nissan Kicks.
Trick or treat! Kick yeah, Reese's!
Oh, great costume. Looks like you deserve both.
See ya, boys.
Michelob Ultra, superior like beer.
Businesses work best when they put people first. Your dedicated Cintas service reps help make sure your team has the essential products they need, where and when they need them, to help keep them looking great, feeling confident, and ready to be their best. Get Cintas.
Oh, I'm ready!
And get ready for the workday.
When I was just a little girl, I asked my mother, what will I be? Will I be pretty? Will
He did it again. Yeah, poor guy. Oh!
Olive Garden's never-ending pasta bowl is back. Now with our new garlic herb sauce, which means the never-ending pasta you crave isn't just back, it's better than ever. Never-ending pasta bowl, starting at $13.99 for a limited time.
I'm Matt Berry. Coming up in the Mercedes-Benz halftime report, Texas absolutely dominated Oklahoma today. Plus, Penn State on the road against USC holds on in overtime in Alabama. Boy, did they skate by again. Dan Mullen, Joey Galloway joining me coming up in the Mercedes-Benz halftime report.
Well, Matty, after Tennessee goes for it on 4th down from their own 11-yard line. They've got a fresh set of downs at their own 15. Iamaleava, a middle screen. And it goes nowhere. Let's check in with Chris Button.
Bob, after that third down play, Nico Iamaleava looked right at Josh Heupel, pointing to his chest, and he said, let's do it. The punt crew was not even near. They were going to go for it that entire time.
Wow, that's still a very, very bold button to push. 4th down from your own 11. Josh Heupel pushed it. Now, how do you pay it off?
They got to get some chunks now. You can't be running wide receiver tunnel screens. You're going to get this ball down the field. They've been behind this secondary. They got to hit on one.
Iamaleava to the sideline. Ethan Davis. That's a first down. And it stops the clock with 1:22 to go.
And you see Florida playing that too high look that we talk about all the time. 2 safeties deep. And now you see they're trying to spread them out, see if they can get somebody one-on-one down the field.
Pass protection is there, but an interception is thrown by Iamaleava. It is picked off by Sharif Denson. The takeaway by the Gators, and they're back in business. Plenty of time on the clock, and they've got a timeout.
Textbook zone coverage by Sharif Denson. You're going to see it right here. He's just going to step right in front of this switch release, right into the throwing window. Good eyes on the quarterback. Good peripheral of the receiver combination.
Foul, unnecessary roughness. Offense number 74. Half the distance to the goal. First down.
That's how you play zone coverage, where you put your eyes on the quarterback, feel the receivers, and that's just a bad decision on the part of Nico Iamaleava. You can't throw that football and stare down your primary and not move underneath zone defenders with your eyes and expect to complete it. You stare them down, you lead the defenders right to where you're going. You see him right there. He never looks him off. He's looking right at his primary. That's something he's going to have to get better at. And he says right there, look, he knows he made the mistake. That's the cost of not getting this ball out of your own territory here. After you go for it on the 4th down and you make it, you turn it over. This is worst case scenario. And if you're Florida, you've got to punch this in with 6.
And John Campbell Jr. commits a personal foul. Half the distance, puts them down at the 11-yard line. Hurts fumbled at the goal line to give Tennessee the ball back.
Ball start. Offense number 75. 5-yard penalty. Still first down.
And now Cameron Waites will cost the Gators 5 yards. That's their first penalty.
It's like this is when coaches want to run out on the field and just kind of shake everyone and be like, think, keep your composure. Just sit in there. We know what we're doing. Let's not hurt ourselves. It's a golden opportunity.
Swing pass, incomplete through the hands of Montrell Johnson.
See, now you're behind the sticks, right? You have a great turnover. Now you're sitting here at 2nd and 15. And it's just one of those situations where now, like, you're kind of behind it. Now the field is condensed anyway. It's hard to move the ball down here, especially when you're talking about throwing it. You ideally want to run the football down in here because there's just not a whole lot of room to work. When you're talking about the red zone, 3 possessions for the Gators, 0 touchdowns. They've got to start capitalizing.
And Billy Napier is upset and has to call a timeout.
Timeout. Florida, their 3rd and final. It'll be 30 seconds.
You're calling a timeout there with the clock stopped. See, you want to save that timeout if you can. Who knows game management-wise how you might be able to use it. And he had to call it angrily with the clock stopped. He's not happy with his team and how they were lined up.
And this was one of the things he talked to us about. Look, he wanted the operation to be cleaner, and he said that they worked on that during the bye week as well, that they were hurting themselves. Just from coach to player communications, making sure that the substitutions were correct and making sure everything was smooth. When you call timeouts in this situation, what you're telling the coaches is this is not good enough still. A prime opportunity here. It has to be a smoother operation.
And for all intent and purposes, Lewis, this is 2nd down and goal. I mean, 2nd and 15 from the 16. They could get a first down inside the 1. But this is really almost a goal-to-go situation all the way back at the 16-yard line. And now a timeout called by Tennessee.
Tennessee, they're first. It'll be 30 seconds.
Well, this has been a first half of miscues on both sides as to why we have only a 3-0 game.
Look, you talked about an NFL-style game. The miscues in NFL games really are what determine success and failure. And here it's doing the same thing. Ball handling on the part of Iamaleava. James Pierce with the big strip of Graham Mertz down as the Florida Gators are going in for the touchdown. And then after converting on the 4th down, Nico again staring right at his primary receiver. Turns the football over deep in his own territory. And now the defense for Tennessee is going to have to stand up once again. Somebody's going to have to make a play so they can go in, maybe just at a 3-point deficit.
We can talk about the miscues, but both of these defenses in the first half deserve credit as well, because both have had to deal with sudden change. Both have had to deal with field position that has been disadvantageous.
That's right.
And both have gotten stops.
No question.
Hurts. There's the tunnel screen, but again, it goes nowhere. Trey Wilson brought down after a gain of a yard by Boo Carter. Would Tennessee think about using a timeout? It's 3rd down from the 15-yard line. They could get the ball back for their offense. Looks like they're going to let the clock wind all the way down. And if you're Florida, let the clock wind all the way down, right? I mean, they'll probably just run the ball here and set up a field goal.
Take as much time off the clock as possible. You played pretty good football here, especially defensively. On the road, go ahead in here with the lead. See if you can tack on some more points.
Hurts sacked. And that's going to make the field goal a little more challenging for the Gators. Boo Carter and Omar Norman Lott back in the game, collapsing on the quarterback. It's a bit of a fire drill here for the field goal group because, remember, they are out of timeouts.
And there you see defensive coordinator Tim Banks. He dials up the pressure. He puts them all up on the line of scrimmage, more than Florida can block. And there you see it, Boo Carter, the freshman, coming off the edge.
Trey Smack with a flag down, knocks it through from 43. But we'll have to check the penalty marker. Well, the field goal was good. If the operation was clean for Florida and the penalty was against Tennessee, then I would assume Florida would just decline the penalty and leave the 3 points on the board.
Illegal substitution. The offense had 12 players in formation. 5-yard penalty. Still fourth down.
You see, they just had one too many people. An extra offensive lineman came running onto the field late. Again, those substitution errors. Controlling things on the sidelines, making sure the right people are in the game, making sure everything is clean, no self-inflicted penalties. Those are just errors of concentration. Getting caught up in the moment, not paying attention.
I would think that would be a 10-second runoff,
Clock was
though.
running for the illegal substitution foul, which qualifies for a 10-second runoff.
Yeah.
The half is over.
That should end the half. And if the clock's running there,
that's critical.
That would be advantageous to the offense to get the penalty. So that should result in a 10-second runoff. It does. And that means Florida comes away empty.
That's just a critical error, and that's what we're talking about.
And now you go back to Billy Napier having to call that timeout, Lewis, with the clock stopped. If they had the timeout to call.
And he talked about that with us. Look, they wanted to clean up this part of the game, make sure that they weren't hurting themselves. They'll regroup at halftime. But wow, what a wasted opportunity for the Gators.
Halftime report, back to Matt.
Bob Lewis, thank you. Mercedes-Benz halftime report on a marquee Week 7 around the country. We're going to start in Dallas State Fairgrounds, 120th meeting between Oklahoma and Texas. This is the first in the SEC. Quinn Ewers was back after 2 weeks. Find Gunnar Helm.
And it took Quinn Ewers a little bit of time to get the rust off of him, but then later in this game, he looked really good.
Then Quintravion Weiser. This is kind of when you knew it was going to be Texas's day. Weiser looks like he's going to score. Fumbles it into the end zone, coach. Silas Bolden.
Great effort. That's why you give the effort. That's why you finish plays, and he's able to recover it before it goes out of bounds for a touchback.
What'd you make of Ewers?
He looked good late.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He missed a couple throws early in the game that we're not used to seeing him miss. But overall, really looked good.
6-0 for the first time since 2009 is Texas. A marquee one of the Big Ten tonight out in the Pacific Northwest. Ohio State and Oregon. Will Howard to Will Kazmarek for the 32-yard game.
Yeah, great. The ball looks loose. It looked like it was intercepted. Ohio State, great job. Rushes up on the ball, snaps it, no review.
Later drive, Howard keeps it. Touchdown. Buckeyes score first. Then in the first, same score. Quinshon Judkins. This is an interesting play, Joe. Stuff, but Derek Harmon of Oregon actually grabs the ball out.
Yeah, and he gets up and he's celebrating. He's telling the ref, I have the ball. They had to go back and take a look at it. He actually ripped the ball away.
He was right. And then Jordan James breaks off a 25-yard.
Yeah, that was a big momentum swing right there, and they finished it off, getting the physical run into the red zone.
Because Ohio State, that first drive, made it look easy. Then James punches it in, 7-6. They missed the extra point.
Yeah, they missed the extra point and also missed the field goal. Oregon having a little bit of trouble with their special teams.
So 14-6 now Buckeyes. Dylan Gabriel, watch this perfect throw.
What a great throw to the wide side of the field. Put a lot of air on it. Let his receiver run underneath it. Great throw.
That's Gabriel Stewart, rather. Perfect. 14-12. Evan Stewart, rather. 14-12. Buckeyes up. And a marquee Saturday night Mercedes-Benz halftime report. Dan Mullen, Joey Galloway, Matt Berry. Joey, let's stay there. Oregon, Ohio State. What is the first time we've seen Ohio State play someone? They're on the road. What have you made in that first
It's the same time we've seen Oregon play someone also. And so far in that matchup, it looks like a big-time matchup.
Yeah.
Both offenses are moving the ball. Oregon, a little bit of concern with their field goal kicking. They missed the extra point. They missed a field goal. So those are the kind of things that later in a game like this can come back to bite you. But right now, it's a really exciting game, and they look like 2 top 5 teams.
Coach, a defensive struggle in Florida, Tennessee. A little bit of a coaching blunder at the end of the first half to cost Florida points.
Absolutely. Well, they've had 4 red zone possessions, totaled in 3 points. They don't get the points at the end of the half. They have to clean up those mistakes. And here's where you have to be careful. Florida's won 17 of 19 against Tennessee. They're confident in that game. But you don't want to give Tennessee those opportunities. They've struggled in SEC games, 25 points or less in every SEC game. But Florida should be up big at the end of the first half, and just too many mistakes in the red zone, and they're only up 3-0.
It could easily be 17-0. Easily be
even
17-0.
more.
So we'll see what happens in the second half of this one, Florida, Tennessee. It's Keep It SEC Saturday night, Ole Miss and LSU. Both of these teams already with a loss this season. Early on, Garrett Nussmeier. This was just a bad break for Nuss. Picked by Jamarius Brown.
And Nussmeier's just 3 of 10 so far in this game. And you expected a lot of points. This game, they had over 100 points in this game last year.
Gentlemen, both marquee SEC games tonight, Florida, Tennessee, Ole Miss, LSU. Stop there. They're both 3-0.
Defensive battles. You kind of never know which way it's going to go sometimes. Goes back and forth, back and forth. Looks like it's a defensive night.
I hope not. I want to see some scoring. Alabama needed a defensive day to hold off South Carolina. That and more from Tuscaloosa. Mercedes-Benz. Cats on the Fort.
This halftime report is presented by Mercedes-Benz.
Why settle for less when you can get the new $7 Lux Cravings Box from Taco Bell? Because an indulgent, beefy 5-layer burrito is luxurious. A crunchy Doritos Locos Taco is opulent. A Chicken Chalupa Supreme piled high with deliciousness, lavish. Chips, nacho cheese sauce, a medium drink. The only thing that's not Lux about it is the price. It's Lux for less. The new $7 Lux Cravings Box, only at Taco Bell.
And Doug.
Whoa, we moved. We're in a parade. Everyone, customize and save hundreds on car insurance with Liberty Mutual. Customize and save.
And then I wake up.
And you have the stream every night?
Yeah, every night.
I see.
Only pay for what you need.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
Here, history runs deep. So does passion and rivalry. We've claimed our share of hardware, been on top of the world and the draft. But it's time to set a new standard. With more championship swagger and more things that make you go. It's the dawn of a new era in the SEC. And it just means more.
I am here to contest the new Whataburger from Whataburger.
What?
Real wings have bones. And these boneless wings are actually premium chicken tender bites tossed in one of Whataburger's famous sauces. Honey butter, honey barbecue, buffalo, or
sweet and spicy.
And now Nashville hot? Those do not turn these Whata wings into real wings. I know what a real wing is. That it's not
Whataburger.
Alliances, that's how you win games.
So you were gunning for me.
Jake is a snake. Do not trust him. The normal rules do not apply out here.
There is strategy going in.
Do you want to get the knife out of my bag?
Trying to get the numbers and I cannot. To make more money is gonna get me to be more evil.
You lied to everybody.
Manu Bennett hosts The Summit. New episode CBS Tonight after Survivor and streaming on Paramount+.
You're watching the Mercedes-Benz Halftime Report.
Dan Mullen, Matt Berry, Joey Galloway with you. We had so many matchups today that should be Rose Bowls. Instead, they're Big Ten games. That's for another day. How about our guy Tyler Warren, 32 yards?
I'm going to see the best player in college football, right? 17 catches, 224 today. He had a run attempt, he threw a pass, he does it all.
Tied at 23, Miller Moss to Kyron Hudson, USC.
This is a back-and-forth game, maybe the best game of the day so far.
It has been. You're right, back and forth. Penn State has to go on the road. Then Drew Aller and Nicholas Singleton, 14 yards. That would tie it up late.
Yeah, and they converted on 4th down twice on that drive to get in position to score the tying touchdown.
In overtime, Michael Lance to put him up.
The sun was in his eyes.
Was it?
Really, yeah, you can really see the sun.
Southern California wears sunglasses. Ryan Barker now for the win.
Sun was in his eyes.
See, the sun went in his eyes.
Penn State,
it was a lefty.
6-0 for the second consecutive season. James Franklin goes into the Coliseum. What a win. Georgia, Mississippi State. Second quarter, Carson Beck, Dylan Bell, 31 yards.
Georgia got off to a slow start in this game, but once they got their offense moving, they started moving. 605 total yards on offense.
I feel like you could watch us every week, and we would say that Georgia got off to a slow start.
Yeah.
Arian Smith, 42 yards.
Arian Smith had 134 yards.
What was number 3 doing?
Finish by 3, but Mississippi State wouldn't give up.
No, they wouldn't. Devon Booth, 2-yard touchdown, 34-24.
And Georgia has Texas next. So these slow starts, they better fix it.
And then Trevor Etienne into the end zone, 41-24. Georgia would go on to win 41-31. Like you said, it setting up the huge game with Texas next week. Alabama coming off the loss to Vanderbilt. South Carolina was game early on. Milroe later. Jeremy Bernard, 34 yards. Alabama out 27-19.
That is a huge call on 3rd down. Broken coverage gives up the touchdown.
But how about South Carolina? Nick Harbor, 31 yards.
Didn't go away. What a great job of going up and getting the foot down by Harbor. Catches it, just got it inbound. They had to review it.
He's
a big dude.
They didn't get the 2-point conversion. This is the play call.
He's wide open. They'll drop it in. A little 2-ball.
So we got to kick an onside kick. How often do these work? Well, when you kick with that much side spin on it.
See the drop kick, though? No T drop kick out there on the field.
So is South Carolina going to get into field goal range and break Bama's heart for a second consecutive week? After recovering the onside kick, 3rd and 8, Lenore Sellers.
South Carolina had 4 turnovers in this game. That was the difference.
Alabama's not lost consecutive regular season games since 2007. 27-25, the final. If you want to know where to watch, you can watch your favorite team. Go to Where to Watch on the ESPN app, ESPN.com. Tap or click the TV in the upper right. Enter your team name, Where to Watch, the ultimate guide to live sports.
When a tough cough finds you on the go, a syrup would be silly.
Woo! Hey, try no Robitussin salt juice.
Packed with the power of Robitussin in every bite. Easy to take cough relief anywhere. Chew on relief. Chew on a
Robitussin. Today, let's paint with Behr, America's most trusted paint brand.
Wait, we don't have Behr.
Well, with Behr, you can paint a whole room for under $100. How much did you spend?
More.
I thought you said you researched this.
Don't overpay for your next project. Get Behr quality at an everyday low price. Only at the Home Depot.
At Outback Steakhouse, try the Great Barrier Eats, like the beef and reef platter, or the twin reef shrimp, starting at just $14.99.
I love the Great Barrier beef.
It's reef, mate.
Why would you say that?
Great Barrier Eats, now at Outback.
When I'm hit, I always get up. When no one is watching, I get up. When the lights are off and the critics are loud, when I have every reason to give in, I get up. When the pressure surrounds me, I get up.
Well, we pass them out too now.
Oh, we flying. It's something you're born with. Failure feel like fuel, doubt feel like adrenaline.
Even as a kid, I always had him playing against kids older than him.
And every loss is a sign that the next win will be greater.
It's allowed to wear shoes underwater.
For me, getting knocked down is part of the process. But I get up again and again and again.
You got a smile in it.
And every time I do, you'll love me even more.
Hey, do you guys ever wonder why we wear these foam pieces of cheese on our heads?
No.
So you don't think it's to get people to crave cheesy pizza during football games?
I think I'd know if I were being used to promote
Cheesy Pizza! Buy one, get one, only on Uber Eats.
We are the Tennessee Volunteers. People who create connections, push boundaries, do the research that changes lives. We've got world-class academics and championship athletics. To be the best, you gotta learn from the best. And if you wanna lead, you gotta light the way. We've got what it takes. It takes a volunteer.
Our Mercedes-Benz road to a championship today goes through Wake Forest via Clemson. They've really turned it on since week one, Coach.
Absolutely, and Cade Klubnik has been on fire. Over 300 yards passing, 3 touchdowns today. They look like the favorite at this point in the ACC.
I mean, if they're on a collision course to Miami and Clemson in the ACC championship game, look out. But Clemson has really turned it on, beating Wake Forest for the 16th straight time. Iowa State, West Virginia, this one a fun one in the Big 12. West Virginia gets the scoring started early.
And so far, the Iowa State offense has not looked great. West Virginia defense looking pretty good.
And then go on with the Jets this week. New head coach, new play caller. All of it culminates Monday Night Football, Bills, Jets, Peyton and Eli on ESPN2.
Whatever you're into, Mercedes-Benz has an SUV for you. City shopping spree you. Weekend getaway you. Outdoor adventures you. Stylish, powerful, sophisticated. Because when you're in a Mercedes, you'd expect nothing less. Mercedes-Benz SUVs, featuring the all-new GLC plug-in hybrid with a best-in-class EPA estimated electric range of 54 miles. Visit MBUSA.com for special offers on select SUVs.
I'm Dr. Gracie Christie, a physician, a Floridian, and a mother. Today, I can't even prescribe Tylenol to a teenager without first talking to her parents. But under Amendment 4, that same teen could get an abortion without parental consent and without a doctor's approval. In fact, Amendment 4 would make abortion the only medical procedure a minor could undergo without parental consent. Amendment 4 is too extreme and not what it seems. Please vote no on Amendment 4.
One of these lunches has a peanut lover's favorites. The other has a sunflower butter you packed for your son. You do your best to help them avoid food allergens, but accidents can still happen. Xolair is an FDA-approved injection proven to significantly reduce allergic reactions from accidental food exposures. Taken once or twice a month, it focuses on the source of food allergy reactions. For adults and children as young as 1, Xolair is effective in reducing allergic reactions to a single or multiple foods.
Don't use if you are allergic to Xolair. Xolair may cause a severe life-threatening allergic reaction called anaphylaxis. Tell your doctor if you ever had anaphylaxis. Get help right away if you have trouble breathing or if you have swelling of your throat or tongue. Xolair should not be used for the emergency treatment of allergic reactions, including anaphylaxis. Xolair is for maintenance use to reduce allergic reactions, including anaphylaxis, while avoiding food allergens. Serious side effects such as cancer, fever, muscle aches and rash, parasitic infection, or heart and circulation problems have been reported.
Help reduce your child's food allergy reactions if an accident happens. Ask an allergist about Xolair.
This halftime report is presented by Mercedes-Benz.
Kentucky and America's team, Vanderbilt, coming off the Alabama win. Diego Pavia doing it again.
So elusive. It's hard to get your hands on him. He's 3 of 4 so far in this game against
So
Kentucky.
fun to watch.
He really is.
The toughness, how he makes plays.
He just kind of runs around out there and plays ball. 7-7, Kentucky and Vanderbilt. That one on SEC Network. Moments ago, Ole Miss LSU. Told you it was 3-0 Rebels until this Ulysses Bentley, the 4th touchdown.
I mean, great job. The patience hiding behind the O-line, breaking some tackles, getting into the end zone. But the Ole Miss defense is one of the most underrated defenses in the country this season.
10-0 right now. LSU on the move just before the half, about 6.5 left in the half on that one. Let's check in with another score update for you. Iowa State West Virginia. All Joey had to do was call out Iowa State, and then Rocco Beck to Jalen Knoll.
Rocco Beck is 5 of 5 so far, and that was probably the easiest completion he's going to have all season.
7-7, a big one for the Cyclones, still undefeated on the season and in the Big 12. Okay, Florida and Tennessee, who you got winning?
I think Florida gave up the chances in that first half, so I think you're going to give Tennessee that opportunity now to come back and win in the second half.
Mercedes-Benz halftime report. Back to Knoxville after this.
The Tennessee General Assembly was considering implementing a state income tax.
We ended up facing a Republican governor proposing a state income tax.
People started organizing, and the leader in that effort was Marsha Blackburn.
Marsha Blackburn was the one who stopped the income tax.
A voice of reason to stand up to the governor and say, we don't need a state income tax. When she believes in something, she's going to fight for that with everything she has.
I'm Marsha Blackburn, and I approve this message.
Let's go. We're in the building, baby. Ooh, that's crazy. Travel, man. Let's go. You was in the air for like 20 minutes. You saw that vertical? You saw that dude's vertical? That's what I'm talking about. Bucky. Bucky.
It's the dawn of a new era in the SEC, and it's a whole new ballgame. We're bringing more to every practice, every pregame, every time we sing it, sling it, and swing it. Ask anybody. Nobody brings it like we do in the SEC. More than ever, it just means more.
H&D waders, available in insulated, non-insulated, and hybrid. Here at Drake Waterfowl, we know that nothing can ruin a good duck hunt faster than leaking waders. That's why at Drake, we got you back with a 3-year, no questions asked guarantee. These are real deal Redneck Duck Guide approved waders. Check them out at a dealer near you or DrakeWaterfowl.com. Drake, the waterfowl company.
I knew it. I thought something is different about my man.
It's Blue Chew.
Blue Chew.
Blue Chew?
Blue Chew.
Blue Chew.
Blue Chew. Blue Chew. Blue Chew. You've done it again.
Precise designs, subtle curves, curated upgrades, elevated design for thoughtful living. Thuma.
Welcome back to ESPN College Football Primetime, presented by IHG Hotels and Resorts. You're watching the SEC on ESPN. Set for the start of the second half. There could have been many more points on the board, both ways in the first half. Tennessee and Florida set for the third quarter. The Gators with a 3-0 lead in this rivalry game. Bob Wischusen here with Louis Riddick. Chris Button is with us as well. Well, you asked the question in the open for a young quarterback, Nico Iamaleava. Would he settle down after the up-and-down performance last week at Arkansas? What'd you see in the first half?
Look, he started off fine. Look, they really had some nice pass plays going on. He was seeing the ball go through the hoop, to use a basketball analogy, throwing the football with clarity, with accuracy. And then he had the miscue as far as the exchange issues that he had with Dylan Sampson, and that seemed to unrattle him a little bit and really unnerve him some. And then he has the interception where he's staring down the primary receiver. And I think here in the second half, it's going to be important for Josh Heupel to just get him going early again, get him back in that groove. See the ball go through the hoop again. Some nice, easy completions. He's got to hit on some of the big plays down the field. They've been there, and he's been here. This is how the game started for them last week. Got shut out against Arkansas, came out in the second half, ran the football more, and gave themselves a chance to win. Look, Nico's a great young man. He will respond favorably.
And Dylan Sampson in the first half, 9 carries, 19 yards. So the run game has not been there to support him either. Deshaun Bishop, 6 carries, 22 yards. He is Tennessee's leading rusher. it deep. And it will be a touchback. Well, there were mistakes made by Florida as well. Time for our drive recap, covered by Geico. And there were 3 drives that ended without points that could have put points on the board for the Gators.
Yeah, that was one of the most puzzling calls right there. The jet sweep to Trey Wilson, that they don't pick up the first down. Then you see Graham Mertz. He's really trying hard to get that ball over the goal line. But James Pierce comes up with the fantastic play. And then here, just an operational error as far as not having the proper amount of guys on the field. They have too many. They had the 10-second runoff. And these are the kind of things that Billy Napier, he talked to us about, that he wanted to have cleaned up. He thought he had them cleaned up.
Blindside block, receiving team, 15-yard penalty, first down.
And now they commit a personal foul. A blindside block on the return, even though it was a touchback that sailed into the end zone. So this will hurt the Gators field position-wise to begin the third quarter as well.
See, these are the kind of things that coaches just don't coach. You can't fumble at the 1-yard line going in. You can't have penalties that take points off the board. Once you get down inside the red zone, you've got to score. And then for Tennessee, you have the fumbled exchange. You have the interception by Nico. And then the penalties. Just got to clean it up in order to give yourself a chance to win.
Let's check in with Chris.
Yeah, Josh Heupel almost joking when I asked him what he needed offensively, and he's like, let's start with this, cut out the holding penalties, block better, be more accurate with the football, hit the matchups on the outside, oh, and take care of the football. If we can just do some of those, we'll have a much better second half.
Well, DJ Lagway starts the third quarter.
Just for starters, huh, Chris? If we can just take care of some of this.
So now they're going to go to the replay booth to see if the penalty that was called could actually end up being judged as a targeting call. And this will further delay things and could result in an ejection.
Coming across the formation. That's the blindside block. Are they talking about that one? Okay, there's 2 different ones, because there's 2 different blindside blocks on the play. Which one are they calling here? There's going to be one here, and there's one here.
And I'm not,
okay, which one are they taking a look at here?
And I'm not sure that either would necessarily qualify as targeting. Forcible contact to the head or neck area of a defenseless player. Neither was crown of the helmet.
Correct. Got it coming in here. And you've got one back here. You get 2 different situations that when we look at it, you could be talking about. There's one, and then you have another one right there.
After video review, there is no foul for targeting. However, the personal foul for the illegal blindside block will be enforced. First down.
So they'll leave the football half the distance right where it is, just across the 12-yard line, and that's where Florida will begin. And again, DJ Lagway is going to start the third quarter. And we'll see what the plan is for the Florida quarterbacks going through the second half in a low-scoring game.
There's no question that DJ Lagway looked good when he got his opportunities in the first half. You saw the arm strength, you see the mobility in the pocket. But I think if you're Billy Napier at this point, you just need somebody to get your team down the field and convert and get you in the end zone and get 6. And if that means disrupting the rotation, then you have to disrupt it. They need to score points.
102,000 bearing down on 2 true freshmen. Play action. Squeezes one in. Hoping for Trey Wilson, and that's broken up. Will Brooks knocked it away from number 3.
And that's just a heck of a job of Will Brooks coming down on this rollout. And you see the left hand, he's fighting the pocket of Trey Wilson, trying to strip the ball out of there. That's just a good defensive back play. Will Brooks, just a steady presence in the secondary for Tennessee. You'll see him all over the field making plays like that.
Freshman at quarterback, freshman at tailback. The give to Ball. And Jaden Ball brought down behind the line. Bryson Eason there first.
Bryson Eason to split the double team. And that's a big boy play right there. That's the kind of effort they need out of this Tennessee front. And they've shown it to you in spurts that they can make big plays with the best of them. You saw what James Pierce can do already with the forced fumble down on the goal line. Now they need to come up with a stop here and play that field position game that we've been talking about.
3rd down and 12. Four-man rush. Lagway. And from behind, down he goes. Omar Norman Lott with the sack.
We talked with defensive coordinator Tim Banks about Omar Norman Lott, the fact that he has what they call a twitchy body. And watch him just continue to work on the pass rush. Watch his hands, they never stop moving. Watch, he's fighting, he's pushing, and then he's able to get clean, flatten down the line of scrimmage as DJ tries to work up in the pocket, and he finishes. Guys who can rush on the interior like Omar Norman Lott, those are guys who are going to get chances at the next level in the NFL. You rush the passer like that, you're going to get your name called.
The NCAA career active leader in punting is Jeremy Crawshaw, trying to change field position. Jermon McCoy, fair catch, and the crowd was hoping for a return. Not many orange, blue, and white around him, but he made that fair catch, a 52-yard punt from the back of the end zone. Pretty good job from Crawshaw. Well, here are the first half drives for the Vols, and they did not get much work done, really, outside of moving the ball and then turning it over a couple of times.
Yeah, they just got to be clean. Once you get down in the red area, you got to make sure that if you're Nico Iamaleava, you just have to be sure with your ball handling in the backfield. Don't lead defenders where you want to throw the football. Use your eyes. Be good with your eyes. He talked about that. Let's see how he starts here in the second half.
Sampson to midfield. That's one of his better runs. And that says a lot about how well the Florida defensive front has played.
Sure, and these guys are studs. They have NFL bodies on that side of the ball. They know how to play big boy football.
They give it to him again. Spin cycle. And then he gets racked up at the line of scrimmage. Jaden Robinson, Jack Pyburn, they were both there. So now it's 3rd down again.
And there you see just the amount of disruption on the interior. Caleb Banks, number 88, probably their best down lineman that they have on the roster, just creating havoc. Now you're here in a 3rd down situation. Nico's just got to be good. Just protect the football. Read this out. Be good with your eyes.
Vols are 2 for 7 on 3rd down. A rollout. Pass in the flat. Sampson's going nowhere. It's going to be 4th down near midfield. Sharif Denson made the stop. And it looks like the punt group is forming up. Great field position for the Vols. And another stop for the Florida defense. A 3 and out.
We talked about Nico and his ability or his need to play with good eyes and make sure he's not leading defenders to where he wants to throw. That's great eyes on the part of the secondary of the Florida Gators. Great breaks on the throw, solid tackles in space.
And the Gators not even rushing the punter, just guarding against a fake. Dike, fair catch at about the 8-yard line. Good punt by Jackson Ross of 43 yards. So it pins Florida deep again. But the Gators defense shutting out Tennessee.
Welcome to RU. Get your head
I'm proud of you.
in the game. Are You Smarter Than a Celebrity? Hosted by Travis Kelce.
Type 2 diabetes? Discover the Ozempic Trizone. I got the power of 3. I lowered my A1C, CV risk, and lost some weight.
In studies, the majority of people reached an A1C under 7 and maintained it.
I'm under 7.
Ozempic lowers the risk of major cardiovascular events such as stroke, heart attack, or death in adults also with known heart disease.
I'm lowering my risk.
Adults lost up to 14 pounds.
I lost some weight.
Ozempic isn't for people with type 1 diabetes. Don't share needles or pens or reuse needles. Don't take Ozempic if you or your family ever had medullary thyroid cancer or have multiple endocrine neoplasia syndrome type 2 or if allergic to it. Stop Ozempic and get medical help right away if you get a lump or swelling in your neck, severe stomach pain, or an allergic reaction. Serious side effects may include pancreatitis. Gallbladder problems may occur. Tell your provider about vision problems or changes. Taking Ozempic with a sulfonylurea or insulin may increase low blood sugar risk. Side effects like nausea, vomiting, and diarrhea may lead to dehydration, which may worsen kidney problems. Living with type 2 diabetes?
Ask about the power of 3 with Ozempic.
Open your eyes. You deserve better from your phone service. At Total Wireless, we're fixing that. No more hidden fees. No more surprises on your bill. You deserve to get it all, and that's exactly what we'll give you. Find your local store at TotalWireless.com.
Stephen Davis, 12
Steve,
Glenwood Drive.
what are you doing? Experian will shop your info to get you a great rate on car insurance, and they'll tell you if they find a better rate later on.
Experian.
Free at Experian.com/car.
When you can't rely on technology, you can rely on Mountain Cold Refreshment.
Dave's back on.
Coors Light. Choose chill.
The future is threatened by enemies often unpredictable. When there are battles to win for America's future, there is one constant: Marines.
An SEC Saturday that could define the season. Top 10 collision. Playoff chances hanging in the balance. Stars have to play like stars.
An epic Top 10 SEC on ABC doubleheader next Saturday.
It's the Taco Bell Live Más student section. Packed, as always, at Neyland. All season long, student sections across the country are competing to be the Taco Bell Live Más student section of the year. Download the Taco Bell app to learn more. We have a lottery to get into the games. And it went fast for this one as they checker Neyland tonight. And they are bearing down. Now on Graham Mertz back in the game at quarterback. Worst starting field position for the Gators, their own 8-yard line. They run it into the heart of the Vols defense with Montrell Johnson Jr. And Jalen Smith makes the stop.
You've really seen the Tennessee defensive front just pick up the intensity in terms of trying to play on the other side of the line of scrimmage, on Florida's side of the line of scrimmage, and not let these big backs get a head of steam coming downhill.
3 tight ends, all bunch left. Mertz over the middle, and he finds one of them for a first down. It's Hayden Hansen. So hard to diagnose that bunch set with those tight ends, Lewis, and that time Hayden Hansen fooled them.
Yeah, when you're in zone coverage like that, you got to read that out quickly and try and find your match before the quarterback can get the ball out of his hands, meaning that's called zone man matchup. It's zone initially, and then you match up man once the route's declared. But you see how quick Graham Mertz is with his decision making.
Play action. He's under pressure. Mertz feels it. Across his body, he's got a wide open Dike. Hit from behind, the ball pops out, but it's out of bounds. Safely along the sideline. So Jim Dike, who Graham Mertz said is his best friend. They played 3 years together at Wisconsin before coming together to the Gators.
Watch the effect that the ball handling has when you've been running the football effectively. You see how the second level defenders are all up in the line of scrimmage. Look at all that space for Jim Dike to work with. That's the effect of running the football and how play action just helps quarterbacks out.
Johnson down the sideline. Just about broken. That was a one-on-one touchdown saving tackle by Christian Charles. And now Montrell Johnson's hurt.
Timeout for an injured player.
He got his leg caught up at the end of that run. And it looked like, look, in the NFL.
That's tough to see.
Fell on the back of his legs. Hope he's okay.
You my little boo thing, so I'll give a hoot what you do. Say, girl, I know you a little too tame. I'll be shooting that shot like 2K, girl, I know. Tell him I'm next. Tell him you find a little something too fresh, I know. Tell him I'm next. Tell him you find a little something too fresh, I know. You my little boo thing, so I'll give a hoot what you do. Say, girl, I know you a little too tame. I'll be shooting that shot like 2K, girl, I know. Tell him I'm next. Tell him you.
Rated E for everyone.
With new physics, every hit hits different.
He murdered a father of 3, sentenced to life in prison. Kamala Harris pushed to use tax dollars to pay for his sex change.
I made sure that they changed the policy so that every transgender inmate would have access.
It sounds insane because it is insane. Kamala was the first to help pay for a prisoner's sex change.
The power that I had, I used it in a way that was about pushing for the movement, frankly, and the agenda.
Kamala's agenda is they, them, not you.
I'm Donald J. Trump, and I approve this message.
What's that?
That's the Taco Bell Cantina chicken.
Okay, well, please tell me you're using a condiment.
Yeah, avocado verde salsa.
Oh, we believe in mayo. This is how we chicken in this house.
I don't see a pickle on it.
Maybe we don't want a pickle on it.
Okay, all right.
So chickenalists, they're in every family.
Dad, please.
Sometimes common ground is just one bite away.
What?
I can feel again. Hey.
That's not a sound for the dining room.
We've never spoken, but you've told us many things. That you love stargazing, hate parallel parking, and occasionally your right foot gets a little heavy. The Lexus ES didn't begin in the studio, it began with you.
Coach Gecko!
Coach G. Laura, Dan, I didn't realize the media would be here.
No, this isn't for work. We're just really big fans.
And we're scouting for our fantasy insurance teams.
Geico has all the top prospects, a 97% satisfaction rating. That's unreal.
Oh my gosh, it's true. True! Smells like insurance.
Suppose Geico does have devoted fans. It's not weird.
Jade, sign my arm.
For savings and service, get more with Geico.
She only signs claims checks.
ESPN College Football Primetime, presented by IHG Hotels and Resorts, is brought to you by White Claw. Grab life by the claw. Please drink responsibly.
Montrell Johnson Jr., Lewis, has been the most effective runner in this game tonight for either team, and he's limping off with a left leg injury.
Yeah, you see Christian Charles, he takes a good shot from Johnson. He's just trying to hang on, but you see the effects of why they're trying to outlaw hip drop tackles in the NFL. And I'm not saying that that was intentional in terms of his tackling technique, but you see how dangerous it is when guys swing their bodies around and fall in the back of the legs of runners.
So that brings Jaden Baugh, the true freshman, in. With Florida in business, a first down in Tennessee territory, and a good run by Baugh. He found a little crease off right guard, picked up 4, maybe 5. Josh Josephs makes the stop, so again making it second down and manageable, and it's in position to add points. Florida with this 3-0 lead.
It's the push at the point of attack that the Florida offensive line is getting right now. They are up on their hands and toes, and they are coming off the ball with this zone scheme runs.
Play action. Mertz takes a shot into a tight window. Incomplete. Arlis Boardingham was the target, and he took a heavy hit, and he's going to go off to the sideline. He's shaken up. There have been a lot of missed opportunities by both teams tonight, and these the missed opportunities for the Gators. 4 red zone trips, and they only have 3 points on the board.
They have moved the ball at will in between the 20s. You see the play-action passing game is really going. The zone, wide zone runs, the inside duo runs that go downhill with a lot of push to point at the attack. They're getting all of them going. It's just when they get down in here, they start to sputter and hurt themselves.
Please reset the game clock to 8 minutes, 42 seconds. Please reset the game clock to 8:42.
They accidentally let the clock run down.
Thank you.
And that also gives a fresh play clock to the Gators. 3rd down and a long 4 close to 5. Hurts. He's going to take off and run. Makes a nice move into the secondary and gets dragged down in the red zone, but easily picks up a first down and then some. 15 yards on the scramble.
You see immediately, first read is not there. He pulls it down. He sees that the linebacker, Jeremiah Thielander, had taken away his primary option. And we said, Graham Mertz has very good scramble ability. It may not be at the level of DJ Lagway, but he can pick up firsts.
He made a move on Boo Carter. And now again, they tighten up the formation. Nothing there for Jaden Baugh. Wrestled down by Josh Josephs.
That's a big-time play by Josh Josephs on the edge. Again, if you're Florida now, just like any offense, you want to be able to run the football down here in the red area. You see Montrell Johnson over there on the sideline trying to get that left ankle loosened up. They need him back in this game. Tennessee, they got to get another stop here. They got to rise up once again.
Hurts, end zone, touchdown! He finds the tight end, Arlis Boardingham. And finally, after all of these red zone trips, the Gators strike for 6. And Mertz shaken up after the touchdown pass. So the Florida quarterback limping off to the sideline after he dropped one into Boardingham.
Florida number 53 is now wearing 49.
And he's angry.
He was really just kind of like backing off after that play was over, after he had threw the pass, and no one was really anywhere near him. He didn't take any contact to his lower body. He just kind of got his foot caught in the turf in a weird way. He started hobbling.
The first touchdown of the game caps the worst field position of the night for Florida. They go 92 yards, Lewis, and end up in the end zone.
Yeah, you just see Boardingham. He just arc releases and then gets up the seam, and they have some miscommunication in the secondary. And then here you're going to see Graham Mertz. They're right there. You just see his leg just get caught in the ground, a little bit weird. Non-contact injury.
The WNBA Finals, presented by YouTube TV, Sunday on ABC.
At Fisher Investments, we may look like other money managers, but we're different.
How so?
We're a fiduciary, obligated to act in our clients' best interest, so we don't sell any commission-based products.
Then how do you make money?
We have a simple management fee, structured so we do better when our clients do better.
Your clients really come first then, huh?
Yes, we make them a top priority by getting to know their finances, family, health, lifestyle, and more.
Wow. Maybe we are different.
At Fisher Investments, we're clearly different.
What's up, Coach? Yeah, Troy. You're not going to start this game? Oh. Did you just sing that you're gonna bench me to the Avocados from Mexico jingle?
Well, they make everything better.
Tastes good? They're good for you? No way. Guacamole. That's cool. That went better than I thought.
Get another tray and the kicker.
Avocados from Mexico.
You've been accused of plagiarizing your master's thesis. You tell the truth, you can have this bucket of Bud Lights.
I'll go first.
No.
Professor Wilkins has been taking karate classes ever since that saxophone girl put him in a headlock.
That was a secret.
Now it's a beer.
Everybody, let's focus, please.
I have a surprise for you.
Oh, yes, please.
Yeah. Feast your eyes on this.
Oh, that's sexy. Feels so new.
I want to feel this feeling again and again.
Can I hold it?
How bad do you want to hold it?
I'm not gonna beg, but pretty please.
Don't. Go ahead, press a button.
Oh, it's glowing.
Apple Intelligence. We should do this more often.
Agreed.
Rekindle the feeling of love with the new iPhone 16 Pro on us. And feel it again and again with the latest iPhone every year with AT&T Next Up Anytime.
Being the best takes hard work. That's why Old Dominion Freight Line, the #1 national LTL carrier for quality, works hard to be the best in the game and is proud to support those striving to be the best in theirs.
80% of Americans accused of a crime will get appointed a public defender.
We're the front line of defending people's constitutional rights.
Gideon's Promise trains, mentors, and supports public defenders.
It's fueled me to continue on in this fight.
I am here to contest the new Whata Wings from Whataburger.
What?
Real wings have bones. And these boneless wings are actually premium chicken tender bites tossed in one of Whataburger's famous sauces. Honey butter, honey barbecue, buffalo, or
sweet and spicy.
And now Nashville hot? Those do not turn these Whata Wings into real wings. I know what a real wing is. That it's not
Whata Wings. Whataburger, Whata Wings, Whata Wings.
A touchdown for the Gators, but a limping quarterback, Graham Mertz, goes into the injury tent, and Lewis, the oddest of injuries.
Yeah, I mean, you just don't know exactly what happened right there, because it just looked like a play that should have been harmless. You just thrown a touchdown pass, was just kind of skipping back, getting ready to celebrate. Man, you just hope he's all right.
And this ball bounces through the back of the end zone for a touchback for the Vols. So now, how do the Vols respond? We'll find out after we check in with Matt.
Yeah, Bob, I've got your all-state check and a couple of good games. One of them at the half, Oregon and Ohio State. This one is back and forth. Buckeyes up 21-15. Dylan Gabriel to Tez Johnson. They've had some success with the big pass tonight, 22-21, Oregon at the half. Then Ole Miss, LSU, Jackson Dart. Watch the grab by Trey Harris. An LSU touchdown is under review at the moment. Still 17-7 Ole Miss.
Wow. It's almost like playoff games, or seemingly so, in the SEC. Every week, with the 12-team playoff and the implications and percentages and where you would think at the end of the season, with at-large bids on the line, the resume-building possibilities. These games might end up, but a quick strike, and now Dylan Sampson brings Tennessee out to midfield after Nimrod caught one. Down by 2 scores. Sampson took a pop as well.
Yeah, the crowd thinking there may have been helmet-to-helmet contact there, or maybe they thought there was a targeting type of situation. Bryce Thornton with the big hit on Sampson. And then also there's someone injury down on the field.
R.J. Moten being helped off.
People are very sensitive nowadays when it comes to quick operations of offenses and how defenses try to combat it when teams are going really fast. Do they fake injuries? Are they trying to slow them down and regroup? Are they doing that on purpose? Are there injuries for real? It's a point of contention right now.
So second down and 2 near midfield. Holden stays in motion. It's very close to a first down on the dive. Caleb Banks Made the tackle on Sampson. It is a Tennessee first down, and they get quickly lined up.
They're going at hyper speed.
Yamaliava on the rollout, across his body, reaching up, climbing the ladder, and pulling it in is Brazel. 23 yards.
And here you're seeing the effect of the running game getting going. They've been rolling Nico out, giving him some half-field reads, and here he's able to get his shoulders square. Throw the completion to Brazel. Nice catch by Brazel, going up, taking that ball out of the air.
A little slip screen, but off balance. And reaching back for that one was Holden Stays. Never really had a chance to get going, so he only picked up a couple of yards.
I really like what Josh Heupel is doing with Nico Iamaleava, getting him out on the perimeter, giving him half the field to work with, running some nice route combinations, easy completions.
Right up the middle goes Sampson. Close to a first down. About a yard short. It'll be third down as they are in the red zone.
You can see Josh Heupel down on the sideline telling Brazel, hey, get over there in that 3-by-1. We want to go fast.
Jump cut. And it looks to be good enough for a first down for Dylan Sampson.
Now Nico looks settled down. He looks like he's in control. He's throwing the football with accuracy. The running game's getting going a little bit. You've got Florida on their heels now. They're going to keep Nico out on the perimeter with those half-field reads where he's a threat to run the football.
Maybe a half yard for Dylan Sampson. Jaden Robinson, another tackle for the Gators.
So now you're in a situation where you have to throw the football. Now this is where Billy Napier said he wants his defense to be. Take care of the early downs. Get them in the second and third and long so you can tee off on the passer. Get Nico out on the perimeter where he can use his athletic ability.
Swing pass. One-on-one tackle broken by Sampson. Inside the 10, down to about the 8. Jordan Castell had a chance to bring him down and couldn't, so he picked up 8.
You see how tough Dylan Sampson is. That lower body balance. Back up at the line again.
Another try for Sampson. Crab calls. Right at the line to gain. Cam Jackson tripped him up.
Bob, I think he was tripping over Nico's feet as he handed the ball off. I think they got their feet crossed up just a little bit. That's why he was falling forward when he reached the line of scrimmage.
He was short of the first down. It looks like fourth down and very short. And they're going to run some big bodies in to go for it. I'm surprised they're not measuring here, just to show for sure exactly how far they need to go.
Got their big bodies in. We got the two tight ends. Got a lineman in the backfield.
Sampson. First down. End zone. Touchdown.
Just a heavy formation. They got Kitzelman. Looks like they have defensive lineman Jackson Moy lined up in the backfield as well, just to get some more beef at the point of attack. And then Dylan Sampson showing that competitive toughness that he's shown all year long. Gets him on the scoreboard at 6.
All night, Lewis, neither team could find the end zone. Then back-to-back drives. The Gators score, and the ball's answered.
Well, Tennessee says, hey, look, you see there, leading up in the hole. Again, Miles Kitzelman gets a good block at the point of attack. Moy cleans it up, and then Sampson just does the rest. He just follows his blocks. You see here, he's able to run through the arm tackles and then just continue to fight, climbing over bodies and getting the ball in. That's exactly the formula that they used last week against Arkansas when they came out in the second half. They put it in the hands of Dylan Sampson and said, big boy, go to work. Lead us to glory. Get us in the end zone for 6. It's amazing how momentum works, man. You see that ball go across the goal line, everybody perks up.
corner of the end zone for a touchback as we take a look at our playbook. Brought to you by Modelo.
And the touchdown pass from Graham Mertz to Arlis Boardingham. You're just going to see the arc release. You see the jet motion coming across. It freezes the quarterback, Ricky Gibson, at the line of scrimmage for just a tick. He's not able to gain depth. Graham Mertz puts it on him, and then suffers an unfortunate injury that we still don't know exactly what happened to him. Came down a little awkwardly on his leg, and you see him there trying to walk it off on the sideline.
Well, the consolation prize is you've got DJ Lagway. Now, this is a tough spot for a freshman to go the rest of the way, but certainly not a pure backup quarterback situation as Lagway goes to work and throws an interception. Tennessee's right back in the red zone. Arion Carter rips it off.
You're going to see this route combination right here, and watch Arion Carter, watch him sink underneath that sail route. This is textbook, folks. It doesn't look any prettier than this. Get the jam at the line of scrimmage, sink and gain depth, play it from deep to short, take away the 7 route, break up on the flat route. You see, he's trying to get the ball on that sail route to Trey Wilson. He thinks he's got Arion Carter right where he wants him, but Arion says, I'm making this big play. I'm setting my offense up.
Deshaun Bishop for a yard and a half. Arion Carter, a young man who played running back in high school. Not really highly recruited, as we said, till his senior year. Ran for over 3,300 yards. So you know he's a football player. He's an athlete, but had to learn how to play linebacker. That was an educated linebacker play. What a big takeaway. And the ball's back to work. Iamaleava tripped up. What a nice tackle in space made by George Gums Jr. And now he's down.
It's a heck of a play by George Gums. It looked like he was about to get up and run back to the huddle and then drop back down to his knees after making that play on Nico. A great play out on the perimeter. Had a little bit of a delayed reaction. It's hard to tell exactly what happened to him, and you don't want to assume anything in these kind of situations, folks.
The crowd assumed.
They sure did.
And they reacted.
And this is what we're talking about. This is that point of contention. You see him right here. Oh. George Gums is chasing him down out on the perimeter. You see there, he's up on his feet. And then just drops down to his knees. See, those are the kind of things that people have become grown very suspect about. It's something they're going to need to clean up and make sure that they get a handle on. But you never know when a player's injured or not. You can never assume. But man, against teams like Tennessee that love to really step on the gas pedal and go at hyper warp speed, you know teams employ some kind of nefarious tactic sometimes to slow them down and let your defense regroup.
I guess the one thing I would be skeptical of, George Gums might be the best pass rusher.
Yeah, and you don't want to take him off the field.
Florida has. You're going to take him off the field before 3rd down and 7?
Yeah, exactly.
Well, he's off the field now, and here is 3rd down. Iamaleava, high throw, incomplete. So after the giveaway by the Florida offense, their defense gets the stop in the red zone. They will hold to a field goal attempt, and it will be Max Gilbert that will come out to try and tie the game.
Oh, he had Squirrel White coming open for maybe a touchdown, but the pressure from Shamar James makes him speed it up and airmail that throw. Well, they had the right call on it. They just could have got it blocked up. But that's how it works. Pressure rushes you, forces you into an air throw.
35 yards out. The only player this season in the SEC that's scoring more points per game than Max Gilbert is Dylan Sampson. He is now 11 for 12 on the year, and we are tied. Time now for the Aflac trivia question. This is the 54th all-time meeting between the Gators and Vols. How many previous meetings came in a bowl game?
Tennessee, Florida in a bowl game.
I'll have the answer for you after the kickoff.
You got a guess? You got a good guess?
One? And I'm terrible at these. I'm a bad historian. I have no memory. I've got too many kids. I can't remember where my keys are.
So many good memories of these matchups in a bowl game, Tennessee and Florida. I mean, that's a great question. I'm going to say 1, 2. I'm going to say it's probably at least 1.
So 10 points scored in 1 minute and 20 seconds by the Vols after they were shut out for the better part of 3 quarters. Let's answer our Aflac trivia question, but only keep you in suspense.
Yeah, I honestly have no idea the answer to this question, to be honest with you. I mean, 1-0, it all sounds good to me.
54th meeting between Florida and Tennessee. There we go, the 1969 Gator Bowl. The only other time that Florida and Tennessee have met in a bowl game. Tennessee's head coach, by the way, in the 69 Gator Bowl, Doug Dickey. Following the Gator Bowl, Dickey left Tennessee to coach at Florida. Credited with having the Neyland Stadium end zones painted in an orange and white checkerboard pattern.
I wasn't even born when that game was played, so I had no shot.
So now DJ Lagway in a tie game off of the interception. He'll throw and connect. Trey Wilson knifes his way across the 40 to the 43-yard line for a first down.
This young man has ice water in his veins. He's got pressure in his face, throws a strike.
They run it here with Jacoby Jackson. Let's go down to Chris.
You know, Billy Napier has raved about the maturity of DJ Lagway, and it showed after that interception. He came over, went over with the tablet with the coaches on what led to the interception, then went to all of his offensive line and skill position players, said that one's on me. And it appears like it will be his ball game because Graham Mertz is currently in the locker room.
To deal with this crowd noise the rest of the way as well.
You see him taking control at the line of scrimmage.
Keeper, Lagway, hit from behind, protects the football, and he's got a first down. Will Carter brought him down.
What a nice read by DJ. Rides the ball in there, decides to pull it, sees the open lane, and he is out the gate. And let me tell you something now, as we head here in the third quarter. This guy is a stud. 6'3", 240 pounds. A rifle for an arm, great mobility. Now's his opportunity.
Are rivalry games any fun in college football?
Oh, this is, I mean, it doesn't get any better than this, Bob. It really doesn't.
This is the end of the third quarter.
15 minutes to decide the latest chapter of the Tennessee-Florida rivalry. We'll head to the fourth here at Neyland in a moment.
We've got one hell of a race here in Texas. If I fall.
Something amazing is happening here. Productivity is growing exponentially. That's because CDW configuration specialists are deploying fleets of Microsoft Surface devices. Built-in security, simplified management, and flexibility help streamline busy work, which means everyone can get more done. Make amazing happen. Microsoft and CDW.
Some days you can feel like a spectator in your own life with chronic migraine. 15 or more headache days a month, each lasting 4 hours or more. Botox prevents headaches in adults with chronic migraine before they start. And treatment is 4 times a year. In a survey, 91% of users wish they'd started sooner. So why wait? Talk to your doctor.
Effects of Botox may spread hours to weeks after injection, causing serious symptoms. Alert your doctor right away, as difficulty swallowing, speaking, breathing, eye problems, or muscle weakness can be signs of a life-threatening condition. Side effects may include allergic reactions, neck and injection site pain, fatigue, and headache. Don't receive Botox if there's a skin infection. Tell your doctor your medical history, muscle or nerve conditions, and medications, including botulinum toxins, as these may increase the risk of serious side effects.
Chronic migraine may still keep you from being there. Why wait? Talk to your doctor about Botox and get in the picture. Learn how AbbVie can help you save.
Brisket is back at Chipotle. Seasoned, smoked, seared, spiced, sauced, bold, and guacced. It's a whole new kind of brisket done the Chipotle way.
When the unthinkable happens, good neighbors show up. For more than 100 years, State Farm has been among the first to arrive, with the latest technology and tools to help you recover faster. State Farm has been there before and will be there again and again. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
I'm the Modelo Recruiter, and I'm looking for fans with good hands and great speed. The ones who stay focused and never miss a play. They go the distance on game day, even when their team is away. I'm always watching, always looking to reward more full-time fans. Because football isn't really football without you.
Welcome back to ESPN College Football Primetime, presented by IHG Hotels and Resorts. You're watching the SEC on ESPN. Start of the fourth quarter. The 8th all-time Checker-Neyland game. Tied at 10. Boy, just take it in. E.J. Lagway, incomplete. On a 1st and 10 as he tried to fit one into DK. Good play by Ricky Gibson.
A spectacular play by Ricky Gibson. He was trailing DK and had to get on his horse and use all the speed he had in order to make that play, because otherwise that was going to be another completion for the young freshman DJ Lagway.
So no Graham Mertz, injured after he threw the touchdown pass, and still no Montrell Johnson Jr., the leading rusher. With a left leg injury suffered in the last quarter as well. Lagway, one-on-one throw, bobbled and dropped. Aiden Mizell trying to pull it in with one hand. So a big play coming here, 3rd down and 10.
And you see Mizell just going to run a quick out. And you see again Ricky Gibson with the good break, but if Lagway puts it on him, that's a catch and run. He just kind of misfired on the throw. Big 3rd down for Florida, even bigger 3rd down for Tennessee's defense. Got to turn Florida away. Keep them out of scoring position.
Five-man rush. Lagway hit as he throws. That's caught. Short of the 1st down, but it at least creates a decision. What a catch by Trey Wilson. What a gutsy throw. The orange jerseys surrounding him. Looks like they'll go for it.
Well, that's a heck of a gutsy throw. You're absolutely right. He fired that into triple coverage and trusted his arm strength. And now here on 4th and short. Again, you got to take advantage of his athletic ability. Can you get him out on the edge? Give him some options.
Here comes the blitz. One-on-one. Broken up. Jermod McCoy knocked it away from Trey Wilson.
I think you take away from what DJ Lagway does best, and you just put it in the hands of the wide receiver Eugene Wilson, Trey Wilson, and you see the great job of Jermod McCoy. He reads that slant perfectly. Big time play.
One thing we know is true, no matter race, gender, ethnicity.
The need to screen when due.
For colon cancer's a priority.
Indeed. Everyone 45 plus at average risk should screen for colon cancer. These folks are getting it done at home with me, Cologuard.
Cologuard is a one-of-a-kind way to screen for colon cancer that's effective and non-invasive. It's for people 45 plus at average risk, not high risk. False positive and negative results may occur. Ask your provider for Cologuard.
I did it my way.
I'm Jimmy Dean, and only one thing can make a morning like this any nicer.
A hearty, hefty, good-tasting breakfast with eggs, bacon, sausage, cheese, and taters. And when you finish, you know you had something to eat.
Today, let's paint with Behr, America's most trusted paint brand.
Wait, we don't have Behr.
Well, with Behr, you can paint a whole room for under $100. How much did you spend?
More?
I thought you said you researched this.
Don't overpay for your next project. Get Behr quality at an everyday low price. Only at the Home Depot.
Hey, Mark, what are you doing, buddy?
I've always wanted to be in a homecoming parade. I grew these flowers myself, but more so, I grew as a person. Check this. Showtime.
Roll Tide.
I just hurt my neck because I fell out of my chair because my boss just told me that our new starter pack just dropped. A solid stick of deodorant in the scent of your choice. A cream tube of deodorant in the scent of your choice. Plus 2 free items, plus free shipping.
Why do we accept waiting 2 weeks for payday? Thanks to Chime, I don't have to wait to get paid anymore. I couldn't believe it. I can get up to $500 of my pay on my schedule. There's no interest, no credit checks, no mandatory fees. Join me at Chime.com and get paid when you say.
I got this $1,000 camera for only $41 on DealDash.
DealDash.com. Online auctions since 2009. This PlayStation 5 sold for only 50 cents. This iPad Pro sold for less than $34. And this Nintendo Switch sold for less than $20.
I got this KitchenAid stand mixer for only $56.
I got this barbecue smoker for $26.
And shipping is always free.
Go to DealDash.com right now and see how much you can save.
Welcome back to Rocky Top, where Tennessee has scored the game's last 10 points. And they have it tied, and they've got the football back. Bob Wischusen here with Louis Riddick and Chris Button and the rest of our crew. 1 minute into the fourth quarter, and Louis, a takeaway on downs for the Vols.
Yeah, that's big time by Tennessee's defense. Give it back to Nico Iamaleava. What can he do with it now? Can he exercise great decision-making, move his team down the field?
A little check down deflected at the line. So Iamaleava tried to find Dylan Sampson open out of the backfield, but it will be second down and 10. Looked like Desmond Watson got a fingertip on the football. Now they run it. Patiently hoping for a little crease was Sampson. He's got a couple yards. Jaden Robinson brings him down after a gain of 2.5, so third down and long.
And now's the time Nico's going to have to exercise again. Smart decision making. No turning the ball over. Be quick. Get the ball out of your hand with decisiveness. If you're Florida, are you going to bring pressure here? Maybe a simulated pressure. Drop out and play coverage.
Here comes the blitz. No simulation on this pressure. They are after Iamaleava. Speed to the edge. Reaches the ball out. Where will they spot it? Cameron James brought him down. Short of the line to gain. This looks like a 3-and-out again, forced by the Florida defense.
Fantastic effort, though, by Nico trying to get that ball there, just using that 6'5" frame, 6'6" frame to try and stretch the ball out.
You wonder if they're going to check this spot. I'm not sure if he stepped out of bounds or if he was down. He reached the ball out. I think Josh Heupel is hoping for a review. It's 4th down, and are they going to go for it? They're going to leave their offense out there. The replay booth hasn't stopped play. Play clock winding down. There's a flag thrown for a potential delay of game as well.
Delay of game. Offense. 5-yard penalty. Still 4th down.
There you see Amaliava walking off the field, giving his best effort. He's really starting to show you just how dangerous he is out on the perimeter. His running ability really hasn't been unleashed and untapped and hasn't been tapped into yet this year. Great individual effort.
DK is going to let it bounce. Covered beautifully by Tennessee. Nimrod was there to down it at the 6.
At Burger King, we flame grill our burgers. Why? Because that's how it should be done. Hot, juicy, smoky, flame grilled, and made your way. Come experience the flame grilled difference with 2 Whopper Juniors for just $5.
Free Holiday Inn Express breakfast, anyone?
Express yourself. Oh, yeah. Express yourself. You don't ever need help from nobody else. All you got to do now.
Impressive. Enjoy our free, fresh, hot breakfast any way you like. Only at Holiday Inn Express, a part of IHG Hotels and Resorts.
Check-in time is 3.
It's 2:55.
I know.
Is this what he's doing now?
As your host, I have some rules. First, no showers longer than 5 minutes. This isn't a spa. No games, no fun.
Yes, Coach.
Meanwhile, at Averbo, when other vacation rentals make you share your turf with a host, try one you have all to yourself.
We're surprising Twisted Tea superfans with a Twisted Tea drop. Twisted Tea tastes like real iced tea because it's made with real brewed tea and 5% alcohol to kick off your game day. Twisted Tea Hard Iced Tea. Keep it twisted.
Sydney Sweeney.
Body wash genie. Look, Dr. Squatch's natural body wash.
Sydney Sweeney body wash genie? What's your wish? It could be anything. Coconuts. Sydney Sweeney, get down! Dr. Squatch body wash for men who prefer natural. My kitchen!
Popeye's crispy, juicy, tender signature chicken is the meal your craving deserves. And now you can get 3 pieces of the chicken you crave for just $5. We don't make sense, we make chicken.
Love that chicken from Popeyes.
While you were away, there were some developments. Fortunately, DoorDash can quickly come to your rescue. Your door to more. DoorDash.
ESPN College Football Primetime is presented by IHG Hotels and Resorts. 19 hotel brands, 1 loyalty program. Download the app. And in part by Mercedes-Benz.
One of the many legendary meetings back in 1998 between Tennessee and Florida. Jeff Hall hit a 41-yarder in overtime. Cooper Collins missed. Laval's won 20-17. And by the way, if you are to come to Rocky Top, you might see this guy. He is the new legend of Neyland Stadium. He's up on the scoreboard. Every time we go to commercial, they play some music, he boogies, and the crowd loses their minds.
Yeah, he does. They're having a lot of fun here, man. What a great atmosphere.
Well, the last drive that started inside the 10-yard line for the Gators resulted in the 9-play, 92-yard touchdown drive that ended with the Graham Mertz injury after he found Boardingham for the score. And this drive will start with a Chayton Baugh 1-yard loss. Cut down at the 5-yard line by the blitzing Christian Charles. So now it's 2nd down and 11.
And Christian Charles has been all over the field for the Volunteers defense tonight, making big play after big play, big stop after big stop. And they need to hold Florida down in here, deep in their own territory, give that ball back to their offense, let them go to work again.
Gain of maybe a yard. Jeremiah Thielander, who took over for Keenan Peely after Peely was injured in the first quarter, gets the stop. 3rd down and 10. And Lewis, are you trusting Lagway to throw on 3rd down and 10 from all the way down here at the goal line?
Look, I have no doubt that they have full trust in this young man and his ability to both run and pass. So if you're going to throw the football down here, don't make him a sitting duck in the pocket. Get him out on the perimeter where then he can make a good decision. So I can tell you this, number 27, James Pierce, here he comes. He just was in on that 2nd down stop. Now he's going to tee it up.
Play clock's at 0. That's going to be delay of game. They didn't get it off.
Delay of game, offense. After distance to the goal, still 3rd down.
That's 5 yards for the Neyland Stadium, 102,000.
Tennessee's version of the 12th man. I mean, it is loud in here. These people are going berserk. I mean, what a great scene for freshman DJ Lagway. This is as important a play as you've had in this game. Deep in your own territory, you have to make a good decision here.
He will throw. He's under pressure. Scrambling at the goal line. It comes out wobbly and falls incomplete. Josh Joseph's got a piece as Lagway released it. So now Jeremy Crawshaw will be punting with his heels up against the back of the end zone.
And just look at these guys right here. Look at these. This guy's built like Dobermans, just coming in there on the TE stunts, trying to create havoc in the pocket. Plus DJ Lagway out to his left, an errant throw. But those were 2 big guys who we identified early in the game, James Pierce, Joshua Josephs. They had to play a big role, and there you saw it, just creating mayhem, getting off the field on 3rd down.
Crawshaw's one of the best, but a wobbly kick. McCoy in plus territory, returnable. Inside the 30-yard line by the time he's brought down.
Bob, many people will tell you that the SEC is the closest thing to the NFL that you'll get. And this is an NFL-style game, right? You've been talking about it all game long. The battle of field position, special teams, turnovers, flipping the field, running the football. I mean, this has the feel of an NFL Sunday type of game, and now you have to take advantage of this premium field position if you're Tennessee.
There's one team in America that is top 5 total offense, total defense, scoring offense, scoring defense. It's Tennessee. And they'll run a screen out to Squirrel right. And he gets stood up. And yet, being top 5, Lewis, total offense and defense, scoring offense and defense, in this league, Tennessee has been in 2 wars in back-to-back weeks against unranked teams.
Every week, that's what it is, man. It is survival of the fittest in the SEC every single Saturday.
Dylan Sampson breaks free. Has caught. Touchdown.
That's their guy, Dylan Sampson, man.
Simpson, 2 touchdowns rushing tonight, 14 on the season.
They're just leading on their leader, just leaning on him. Put the ball in Dylan Sampson's hands, pull the backside guard and tackle, and then get that ball into the end zone and get us 6.
On a Longing, Fansville by Dr. Pepper.
Ramon, what are you doing here? Texting another conference now.
Yeah, but it's like on the other side of the country. It's really, really far.
But you're not even on our schedule this season.
Maybe we can meet you in the playoffs.
That's crazy talk.
You know what else is crazy? Getting all that Dr. Pepper flavor with 0 sugar.
But Dr. Pepper doesn't have a questionable secondary like Tech does.
Here, catch!
And that's why you're a mascot.
College football, it's a Pepper thing.
What does a good investment opportunity look like? At T. Rowe Price, we let curiosity light the way, asking smart questions about opportunities like AI and how the industry's born to support AI might better support us all. Better questions, better outcomes.
Even with my mom's Alzheimer's, we've still been close. But when she developed agitation that may happen with dementia due to Alzheimer's disease, a distance came between us. She'd get upset when I'd try to help, began wandering, even started swearing. She got agitated often, so we talked to her doctor.
Rexulti is the only FDA-approved medication proven to reduce agitation symptoms that may happen with dementia due to Alzheimer's disease. Elderly people with dementia-related psychosis have increased risk of death or stroke. Report fever, stiff muscles, and confusion, which can be life-threatening, or uncontrolled muscle movements, which may be permanent. High blood sugar can lead to coma or death, weight gain, increased cholesterol, unusual urges, dizziness on standing, falls, seizures, trouble swallowing, or sleepiness may occur.
Rexulti helped reduce my mom's symptoms.
Take action for your loved one. Talk to their doctor today about Rexulti.
Introducing the Wendy's Krabby Patty Collab Burger. It has fresh, never frozen beef that's, wait for it, square. Are you ready? I'm ready. And I'm ready. For the Krabby Patty Collab meal you're craving, gotta be Wendy's.
I'm out here telling people how they can save money with Experian. You look like someone who has a lot of subscriptions.
I have a lot.
Too many, I'd say. You can see your subscriptions all in one place and cancel the ones you don't like. Dude, that's so easy.
I actually need that.
Get started now with the Experian app.
This is our field, and this is what we want.
Here comes the Wildcats.
Yeah, that's how I
Travis Hunter, one of the most dynamic players.
Should be a lot of fun, crucial in the Big 12 race.
This time is different.
Role reversal for the Vols. Last week against Arkansas, they led 14-3 in the third quarter and ended up losing 19-14 when Arkansas came from behind. Well, the Gators were up 10-0 midway through the third quarter, but it's been the Vols that have pulled off the comeback this week. 17 unanswered to take the lead. We'll see if the Gators can respond. Coming up after we check in with Matt.
Yeah, Bob, what a night of college football. We have our AT&T Multiview keeping fans connected across the country. Ole Miss LSU just started the second half. Ole Miss clinging to a 4-point lead. Vandy again playing good football, up 14-7, and Syracuse NC State on ACC Network. Fun week 7, fellas.
Yeah, that Ole Miss LSU game feels like an elimination game. This game feels certainly like an elimination game almost for Tennessee if they were not able to hold on. That's why this response is so big. Now what will the response, Lewis, be for the young quarterback, DJ Lagway?
What's the phrase I like to use? Football is a series of character checks. Now we're going to have one here for DJ Lagway, the freshman 5-star. What can he do?
Tunnel screen. It is caught, and nearly breaking free was Trey Wilson. He almost found a tunnel.
Bobby almost made a house call right out of the gate and said, hey, DJ, you don't have to do it all by yourself. I'll help you out. But this Tennessee defense, they have been running to the rock now. They have been chasing this football down inside out. They know what's at stake. These guys have a lot of pride.
You want to see some movement, though, from Lagway out of the pocket?
Absolutely. Get him out on the perimeter. Make him a dual run-pass threat. If it's not there for him, let him use his legs. Don't have him be a sitting duck here in the pocket.
Zone read, and he's going to try and run it. And he gets bottled up Gain of a yard. Arion Carter,
There he
who had
is
the big
again.
interception earlier, comes up with a tackle.
There he is again, number 7, Arion Carter. Just picking up the slack for Keenan Peely. Jeremiah Thielander, 22, also playing his role. He turned that ball back in. The linebacker group has been given credit for making this defense go. The improvements that they made at the second level, they have to come up with another big stop here on third down.
And they show blitz, one deep safety. Here they come after the freshman. It's a one-on-one back shoulder throw incomplete. He wanted Elijah Badger.
Jermod McCoy, textbook technique. Look at that, patient, feet don't go anywhere, offhand jam, eyes down on the hip. Lean into that back shoulder fade. You have to make it perfect throw. He's going, look, you're gonna throw that on me? With the way I just covered him? That is textbook right there. Tennessee's defense has it tuned up right now.
Well, Billy Napier has trusted his defense at different times in this game, and they more often than not have come through. They're going to have to come through again and get at least one more stop. McCoy backpedals and fields it, bobbles it inside the 10. Tight ropes the sideline before getting blown up.
That'll make you hold your breath. You bobble the ball like that.
Coming up next, a night capped off on ESPN with Deion Sanders' Colorado Buffaloes and number 18 K-State in Boulder. And then next Saturday on the SEC Network, Florida will host Kentucky at 7:45 Eastern. So those are games that we'll certainly want to keep our eyes on. Speaking of a player you want to keep your eyes on, this guy. Talking about holding your breath as well. He makes you hold your breath when he's out there. Plays both sides of the football.
Bob, he's one of the most unique athletes to ever play sports, to ever play the game of football in particular. What he is doing right now, you may never see done again. The way he can go both ways with that kind of stamina, unreal.
Play action. Iamaleava wants to take a shot. Incomplete. Nimrod hoping for a flag. Nothing comes out. Jordan Castell was downfield in coverage along with Jason Marshall.
That ball almost traveled 60 yards in the air. Iamaleava launched that to one of the fastest players on the perimeter for Tennessee. Tried to lay it out there to him, see if they could go ahead and strike quickly and put the dagger in Florida. What an absolute rocket launch.
Another play action fake. This time a mid-range throw, and that's incomplete, again off the hands of Nimrod. And they're saving the Gators some time here as well with back-to-back incompletions, and it's 3rd down and 10.
Yeah, I like the play call, though, initially in terms of trying to go for the home run and seeing if they could kind of capture and really, really benefit from the emotion and the swing and momentum that's taken place here in the second half. This is a crucial 3rd down. They need to pick this up, and for Florida, you want to give your young freshman a short field to work with, so this is a big 3rd down for them. They got to come up with a good call.
Tennessee is 3 for 12 on 3rd down. They're going to try and run for it, and they're not going to get anywhere near it with that dive by Dylan Sampson. So the 3 and out for the Gators defense, and that will bring Jackson Ross out to punt. It'll go right back over to DJ Lagway. And the Gators offense, with a lot of time on the clock, 7.5 minutes to go, will get another crack at it.
You saw Dylan Sampson just gesturing the fact that he was this close to breaking that out on the second level and ripping off a big one. Let's keep an eye on Jim Dike back here returning this punt. This guy is fantastic as far as his open field running skills. They could use a big return here.
Wobbly kick. Dike makes the first man miss. Makes the second level miss. Dike near midfield with a spin move across the 50 into Tennessee territory.
That's exactly what you're looking for if you're Billy Napier.
Maybe that'll change things. Well, this game turned quickly when a touchdown run by Dylan Sampson was followed Lewis, by that decision.
Yeah, their big-time playmakers started to step up, and Dylan Sampson is the biggest of the playmakers for the Tennessee Volunteers, and he started to take over this game and really assert his dominance as one of the best runners in the SEC, one of the most productive runners in the SEC as far as getting that ball across the goal line. Now this defense is going to have to rise up again, because here's Florida on the plus side of the 50 after a fantastic punt return by Jim Deacon.
And for DJ Lagway, redemption opportunity as that pick set up the go-ahead touchdown. And now he starts in plus territory with the short field. The handoff to Jaden Ball, another true freshman. He's got a first down. Youth will be served for this offense for Florida as they're to the 35-yard line of the balls.
Both of the teams saying, heck with throwing the football. Maybe we should really lean on the run game a little bit here. And again, another one of those stud running backs for Florida picking up big yardage.
Up tempo at the mesh point, blown up in the backfield. Boy, nowhere to go. Ball just swamped under. James Pierce came through. Tyree West in the backfield as well. A loss of about 2.5.
I mean, just so quick off the ball. DJ Lagway didn't even have a chance to read the defensive end, because Tyree West said, look, I'm taking it out of your hands. I'm just going to blow all of this up and get a TFL. Tackle for loss.
So now they're behind the chains. Broken tackle. And Ball can't break another. Ricky Gibson. A sophomore corner come up. And that is a sure tackle made after a gain of only about 1.5 yards. So now it is 3rd down and 11.
You see Gibson working that right shoulder. But when you put your pads on Jaden Ball, you better bring it. You're going to be in that ice tub tomorrow, but we're not worried about tomorrow. You got to get off this field here on 3rd down. You got to turn away Florida after the big punt return and kill their momentum.
Gators probably don't need it all. You have to think this is 4-down territory. The Vols show blitz. Here they come. Quarterback draw. Lagway driven back, and maybe now they're going to have to punt.
But look who it is. James Pierce. Watch the game right here. And here comes Pierce right down the pipe. Exactly what you don't want to see. This big 6'5", 245-pound James Pierce getting a free run on you. DJ Lagway does all he can to avoid him on the first initial hit. He tries to spin out of it. And then here comes the rest of the crew to finish him off. That's what you expect from a man of that caliber from James Pierce. Rise up at the moments where they need him the most.
I have to think Billy Napier probably would have gone for it at 4th and manageable, but a 10-yard loss and a fair catch inside the 10-yard line by Jermon McCoy. You have to punt there and play the percentages and let your defense, with 4:17 to go, try and go and get another stop. So Tennessee with the 17-10 lead. And again, our All-State playoff predictor, we told you how important this game is. And Lewis, this is kind of the story every week in the SEC, with these teams in, out, on the playoff bubble, and what the percentages are. For Tennessee, 52% to be a college football playoff team in the new 12-team format with a win, but boy, would their hopes take a big blow if they were to lose this game.
No question. Every play, every series, just every moment of these games in the SEC mean everything to these teams.
They're going to try and run it here, and getting dragged down inside the 10-yard line. Jason Marshall brings down Sampson for a loss. 2nd down and 13.
Again, the battle goes back and forth. Defenses know we have to go ahead and make big plays, and you see Graham Mertz over there on the sideline. You just feel for the young man. You know, it's just killing him to be over there. We visited with him last night. What an impressive young man. Got the crutches, which you just hope he can get back on the field as soon as possible. That may be
a non-contact injury. As up the middle on a dive, back to the original line of scrimmage goes Sampson. 3.5 minutes to go. And that is, especially for a senior, wrapping up his college career the worst possible way that it could end. As you can see, the brace on the left leg, on crutches and being consoled by his teammates.
Bob, it's the way it happened. I mean, he was just ending the play all alone by himself.
So Tennessee's just going to milk as much time off the clock here as possible, but Florida, if they get a stop here on third down, will have all the time necessary. They're going to send a blitz. Iamaleava's going to take a shot. One-on-one. What a catch made on the sideline, but out of bounds. Brazel. Almost a highlight reel reception, but he couldn't pull it in and get a foot down at the same time.
He just ran out of room. Just look at him rise up in the air and high point this ball. Can't get that left foot down in time. Just about a foot out of bounds. 6'5", 200 pounds, Chris Brazel. Got to watch him at practice the other day. Look, these Tennessee wide receivers, I mean, they are just giants with tremendous athletic ability. That close to making one of the biggest plays of the game.
So Ross again. Another line drive kick. DK will try another return. His last one, 30 yards. Impactful. He turns the corner. He gets a block. Another great return. The short field again for the Gators, needing a touchdown to tie.
Special teams, special teams, special teams. Florida has a new special teams analyst in charge of this phase of the game, named Joe Houston, who comes to them from the New England Patriots. And I tell you, they have just delivered nothing but big plays all year long. There you see him, just high-fiving like, woo! Hey, do not ever underestimate the importance of special teams. It's not a time to go get something to drink out of the refrigerator or grab a snack, especially when you're watching Florida Gators, man. Because this team will turn the tide on you quickly with their play, and you're seeing it here tonight.
We talk about complementary football.
That's
the
right.
defense and special teams for Florida, back-to-back flips of field position here, has given this offense every opportunity that they could ask for.
That's right. I mean, you couldn't serve it up to DJ Lagway any better than this. You're on the plus 31-yard line. 2 minutes and 31 seconds to go. On the road. What are you going to do?
We're about to find out. Hand off to Jacoby Jackson with a stiff arm. Lowers his shoulder and picks up a first down. Lowered the boom on Ricky Gibson. They're in the red zone.
That's a nice run by Jacoby Jackson. Look, you hate to see Montrell Johnson go out. For Florida, you're just lucky that you have this kind of depth with Jaden Ball and Jacoby Jackson, who are just toting the rock with tremendous efficiency, power, agility, doing work here tonight.
Are they going to snap the ball again before the 2-minute timeout? I don't think so. They take the clock down. Billy Napier was out on the field yelling at his offense.
This is a 2-minute timeout.
Maybe to try and hurry and get one more snap off, but instead they take it down to the 2-minute timeout. A touchdown separating Tennessee and Florida. 2 minutes to go.
Liberty Mutual customized my car insurance, so I saved hundreds. With the money I saved, I thought I'd get a wax figure of myself. Cool, right? Look at the craftsmanship. I mean, I even got my nostrils right. It's just nice to know, years after I'm gone, this guy will be standing the test of... Ah! He's melting! Oh, jeez. No! Only pay for what you need.
Liberty, 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 liberty. Oh, I'm ready.
Businesses work best when they put people first. Your dedicated Cintas service reps help make sure your team has the essential products they need, where and when they need them, to help keep them looking great, feeling confident, and ready to be their best. Get Cintas
Oh, I'm ready.
and get ready for the workday.
Who just picked up Buffalo Wild Wings Go? The Hankster! Hank! What?
Jimmy already got B-Dubs Go.
Yeah, Jimmy already got B-Dubs Go. Jimmy already got B-Dubs Go?
Jimmy already got
Okay, Jimmy already got B-Dubs Go delivered. But did he get 10 free boneless wings?
Yep.
No!
Why settle for less when you can get the new $7 Lux Cravings Box from Taco Bell? Because an indulgent, beefy 5-layer burrito is luxurious. A crunchy Doritos Locos Taco is opulent. A chicken chalupa supreme piled high with deliciousness, lavish. Chips, nacho cheese sauce, a medium drink. The only thing that's not luxe about it is the price. It's Lux for less. The new $7 Lux Cravings box, only at Taco Bell.
Trick or treat! Kit Kat Reese's!
Oh, great costume. Looks like you deserve both.
See ya, boys.
The future is threatened by enemies often unpredictable. When there are battles to win for America's future, there is one constant. Marines.
Febreze. Hi, I use Febreze Fade Defy Plug.
And I use this.
Febreze has a microchip to control scent release, so it smells first day fresh for 50 days.
50 days?
And its refill reminder light means I'll never miss a day of freshness. Febreze Plug.
Hey Lexus, show alternate routes.
Technology that's ready for the road ahead. The Lexus NX.
This is the Emirates Premium Economy seat. Economy. Perhaps they need to call it something else.
All right, Lewis, let's check your keys to the game and how they've worked out.
Yeah, it's been a little bit of a mixed bag, Bob. I mean, for Florida Gators, you want them to average over 4.5 yards per rush and control the clock. Well, they fell short of the yards per rush, but they are controlling the time of possession. They got 3 sacks on defense, which is good for Tennessee. They didn't start fast, but they sure have responded, and they have really tried to clamp down on the big plays. They got to make sure that they keep that below 4 now. No more big plays on the part of the Tennessee Volunteers defense.
The clock not really a factor for Florida. They've got 2 full minutes, all 3 timeouts. They've got to have a touchdown, and they're having a hard time getting lined up. 3 on the play clock. They'll hand it and lose yardage with Jacoby Jackson getting spun down by Bryson Eason well behind the line.
Tennessee defensive line continuing to make plays. Bryson Eason getting penetration in the backfield. Good initial quickness, great pad level. All the fundamental things that you have to rely on at this point in the game. Your fundamentals are going to win this game for you. And if you're Tennessee, the defensive line is going to help win this game. It's their strongest unit. You got to continue to step up.
Flags thrown at the snap. False start.
False start.
This should be, I think, a 10-second runoff, unless Billy Napier opts to use a timeout here to avoid it. That's going to be his option. And they're looking over to see what he wants to do with 1:18 to go. And it looks like he's going to call timeout.
False start. Offense number 58. 5-yard penalty. Still second down. Florida has elected to take a timeout to avoid a 10-second runoff. It is their first.
And maybe a good timeout. Granted, you not only save the 10 seconds, but now second down and 17. You maybe bring your freshman quarterback over and settle him down a little bit.
Exactly. I think that's what he wanted, just to make sure, look, this is a big spot here. You have a young freshman on the road here in the SEC against a defense that has really turned up the heat on him here in the second half. Let's just make sure we have a good plan. We have the right people on the field. We have the right calls. And let's just get this young man out on the perimeter. All right, if you're going to throw the football, get him outside the pocket.
That's my question now. What's that plan? Yeah. Because this seems like a very obvious down and distance to have that freshman quarterback putting the ball in the air.
That's right. You just want to get him outside the pocket. You see how James Pierce, Joshua Joseph, these guys are starting to turn up the heat. They're starting to really get off the ball. They're feeding off of this crowd. You know that the offensive linemen are sitting in there. They can't hear the snap count. They probably can't hear the clap. So now, of the quarterback, You got to give the quarterback some help. Let him have some space to work with.
2 timeouts left for Florida. But they get the 10 seconds back. Minute 18 to go. Lagway to throw. Sets up the screen. Caught by Jackson. Nowhere to go along the sideline. And he stays in bounds as well. That'll keep the clock rolling. Arion Carter got there first. Well, again, it's 4-down territory, but now they've got a lot of distance to cover. They have to get down inside the 9-yard line to pick up a first down. It is 3rd down and 18.
I'm going to continue to say, with the way this team is rushing the passer, if you're Tennessee, I'm saying, go ahead, let him sit right there in the pocket. Let us run our games inside. Let us get our heavy hitters freed up. And if you're Florida, move him.
Over the middle towards the end zone. He's got his man, DK, for a touchdown. From 3rd and 18.
Florida number 48 is now wearing 46.
And in a spot where it looked like it was Vols with all of the advantages, the freshman Lagway steps up. And now the question.
Florida, their second.
And
30 seconds.
I don't know, Lewis. They originally sent the point after group out to try and kick it. They might go for 2 here.
Watch this route by Chindike. This is poetry. Fake like you're going to the flag and then break it back to the post. Lagway just climbs up in the pocket. Look at him. He's selling the flag route. Comes back to the post. The safety just can't recover Andre Turrentine. He just can't get back in the position. The backside safety, Will Brooks, doesn't have enough depth to help him in time. And DJ with an absolute laser as he escapes up into the pocket.
You know, you've got a freshman quarterback.
Look at this work. Listen, look at this. Eyes down the field, throw on the move, and just puts it on a rope.
But now, Lewis, you've got a freshman quarterback. You're without your number 1 running back. You have played on the road in front of 102,000. If I told you you could get this game down to 1 snap to try and win it rather than going to overtime, would you take it? It looks like that's what they're going to do.
When you watch this young man's tape, he's made for this, and here they go.
The Gators with a trick play formation. Line up Lagway. And now a timeout with the play clock running down. Tennessee on defense.
It'll be 30 seconds.
As it looked like Billy Napier and Florida, that is certainly one of those, let's go out there and run the trick play at them with a formation potentially that you practice to see if you can get the defense completely off balance. Now with this timeout, it almost looked like Billy Napier said, let's instead kick the point after. He might send his point after group out there after all.
Yeah, you wanted to see if Tennessee would adjust properly or if they would leave the eligibles uncovered.
Just when you thought they might take a 1-play swing at it, they will indeed send the point after group out. And Trey Smack, perfect in his career on point after attempts to tie the game. And we are now deadlocked at 17. Now still 2 timeouts left for Tennessee and 29 seconds on the clock. So you'd have to think that they're going to be thinking attacking and getting an extremely accurate kicker in Max Gilbert, a try potentially to win the game with a long-distance field goal. You never know.
Yeah, obviously you don't want the ball thrown over your head, but at the same time, you don't want to give up big chunks and let them just move the ball down the field swiftly with the 2 timeouts that they do have left and get in position to win this game with a walk-off. So it's a double-edged sword. You've got to play this just perfectly. Really what you got to do is you got to rely on your front four. You got to rely on your pass rushers. They've got to get home.
Florida number 29 is now wearing 38. Florida number 0 is now wearing 32.
drop the true freshman Mike Matthews back. But all night, it has been nothing but touchbacks on the kickoffs from Trey Smack. We'll see if he puts this one through the end zone again. Of course, if he does, that saves time for Tennessee. If you force a return, that'll take time off the clock. See how Florida plays it. He's going to boom it. Well, we'll find out if Tennessee can put themselves in position for a game-winning field goal after we check in with Matt.
Yeah, Bob, I want to quickly alert the viewers. We've moved Colorado over to ESPN News while this game goes final. So when Tennessee-Florida goes final, we'll bring the Colorado game back over here to ESPN. But if you're looking for Kansas State, Colorado, it's on News for now until this one goes final.
And Matty, it may only be a half minute away. We'll see if Nico Iamaleava, who last week had a heartbreaking finish in the closing seconds against Arkansas, gets a chance to pull one out of the fire in the closing seconds here. 2 timeouts, 29 seconds. Out of the pocket, gets to the sideline and gets hit. And for a second, it looked like an official may have been reaching for a flag, but I think the ball may have popped out as he went out of bounds, and so a beanbag was thrown.
The ball was fumbled forward out of bounds. The clock will start when the referee's ready.
And that means Tennessee's probably going to have to spend a timeout right here, or have then Josh Heupel now realizes it and calls timeout. He wasn't alerted, or at least didn't hear the announcement.
Yeah, a couple seconds ticked off the clock.
He didn't realize the ball popped loose, and as a result, because that was called a fumble, that meant that that was the same as forward progress being stopped in the field of play.
You see the punch out by Grayson Howard. Iamaleava.
Tennessee is elected to take a timeout. They're second. It'll be 30 seconds. Please reset the game clock to 23 seconds. 23 seconds on the game clock, please. Please reset the game clock to 23 seconds. Thank you.
That's a little bit of a break for Tennessee because they have now put all of the time back on the clock.
It saves them, what, 8 seconds?
So now Tennessee has 1 timeout left, but the full 23 seconds. That marks where Iamaleava went out of bounds, or at least fumbled it out of bounds. Long throw to the sideline. And Squirrel White pull it in. And now he goes down.
Officials timeout for injured play.
I think they need to take a look at that, Bob. I think he may have got his foot down, made that completion.
It was ruled an incompletion.
Yards are at a premium here. By the way I saw it, he may have got that right foot down. You're going to see it here when we slow it down. Watch where his right foot is when he controls this football. Right.
Ruling on the field was an incomplete pass. The previous play is under video review.
Toe down in control.
He has it.
And you can see even some chalk fly. He's certainly got a toe down. And that would move the ball all the way out to about the 38-yard line. That would give them 10 yards or so with 18 seconds and still a timeout to work with. Now they would still need at least another 25 to 30-yard chunk to even have a chance for Max Gilbert, but with a timeout, they'd have the ability to use the middle of the field.
Absolutely.
And the crowd now seeing the same replay that we just showed you at home and reacting in the background to what they think was a catch by Squirrel White.
I mean, that is a heck of an effort on the part of White to get that right foot down, control the football, have great sideline awareness, and what a heck of a throw by Iamaleava.
And the Tennessee offense seeing the same thing. They're walking forward. Ruled an incompletion on the field, but it looks like a pretty quick review.
After video review, the ruling is a catch for a first down at the 38-yard line. Please reset the game clock to 20 seconds. 20 seconds on the game clock, please.
So not only a 12-yard gain, but 2 extra seconds put on the clock for Tennessee. And again, they've got 1 timeout remaining. Max Gilbert's career-long 45 yards as a Vol, but he hit a 54-yarder as a high school kicker. And we were watching him during warm-ups. He was comfortably hitting from 55, 56 yards. So if they can get the ball inside the 40-yard line of Florida, he would have a shot at it. They have to go about another 23, 24 yards. And that's off the fingertips of a wide-open Chaz Nimrod, or he might have gotten there on that play.
He may have gotten a lot more than just gotten there. Chaz Nimrod was on the run. Nico working up in the pocket. This is wide open. Those are just the throws that you have to make in these kind of situations. Those are difference-making throws. I'm sure he's going to want to look at that one and go, man, I need that one back.
That's a game-winning throw potential.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Well, still time. 16 seconds on the clock. Maliava incomplete. 2 receivers basically on top of one another, so that had to be an error in terms of the route run. Now down to 12 seconds to go.
Now you're just going to see the miscommunication out here to your left when Nico lets this ball go. You have 2 receivers basically stacked on top of each other. You see Nimrod there, and then you see Brew McCoy as well. In crunch time, that's when you got to bear down the most. Make sure you understand the assignment.
Tennessee needs a chunk play and a player then to give himself up. There goes Iamaleava. And he will get close to midfield. Flag thrown back at the line of scrimmage. 5 seconds remaining.
Holding. Offense number 74. Take out the penalty. Replay 3rd down.
It's just John Campbell Jr. Going to see him right here. He just isn't able to stay on balance. Feels as though he's going to lose the pass rush inside. Again, these self-inflicted penalties and mistakes. They've had opportunities to get some chunk plays and maybe get down into game-winning field goal position, just have not been able to take advantage of this. Got to be frustrating to Josh Heupel.
5 seconds to go. So they're just going to run the football here. And barring a miracle run by Dylan Sampson, we're going to overtime. And that is where we are headed. A rivalry game goes on between Florida and Tennessee. Bonus football as we will step aside for just a moment and come back with overtime.
Changes in the air. It's a new era, new team-ups, new stages set. Whose time is it? We'll see. This isn't last season. Nah.
Puts up a 3-pointer.
This time is different.
First ever Monday Night Football game exclusively on ESPN Plus had this bad boy custom made for this exact moment. Coach Harbaugh back under those Monday night lights.
What a play!
To duel in the desert with Kyler Murray, Marvin Harrison Jr., and the Cards.
Touchdown, Arizona!
All streaming live on ESPN Plus. Yeah, that's not gonna work. Maybe just the mouth guard.
SEC Saturday that could define the season. Top 10 collision. Playoff chances hanging in the balance.
Stars have to play like stars.
An epic top 10 SEC on ABC doubleheader next Saturday.
It's so on.
Team, it's been a grind, but I think I've aged you well. Some might say perfect. Who's ready to show 'em who's the cheesiest?
I woke up feeling the cheesiest, coach.
Cheez-It, official sponsor of the college football playoff.
Welcome to Overtime, presented by Cheez-It.
It's crunch time. In the first overtime, each team gets a possession starting at the opponent's 25-yard line. If it goes to a second overtime, teams again start at the 25-yard line, but must attempt a two-point conversion after a touchdown with no extra points allowed. From the third overtime on, teams alternate two-point conversion attempts from the 3-yard line until the game is decided.
We are back. We are set for overtime. Wayne Winkler, our referee, is just about to call the captains out to midfield to toss the coin and begin overtime.
Florida, you're the visiting team. You'll call the toss. If you win the toss, your choice will be offense, defense, or which end of the field you want to play. What is your call?
Tails.
Tails is the call? It is heads. You've won the toss.
You want defense?
You want defense? Which end of the field do you want to play on? Tennessee has won the toss and is elected to go on defense. We'll play on that end of the field.
So it will be back to DJ Lagway to see if he can get things started by scoring some points and put the pressure on Tennessee.
Look, I wouldn't want to be either one of these defenses, but the way these quarterbacks can run and extend plays and use their legs, which we know comes in handy when you're down here in the red zone. And so right now, look, you're going to have to be on it as far as your assignments are concerned from a defensive perspective, because there you get a look at DJ Lagway. You see what he can do as far as his ability to throw on the move. And Nico has that same type of ability. This is going to be fun. James Pierce, you see them telling him, hey, look, man, if there's ever a time for you to go ahead and show them what you got, you've got to rush like you've never rushed before. Keep this man in a vice. Don't let him get outside on the perimeter. And hold your coverage in the back end.
Not that there's a quiet end of this stadium, but Billy Napier knows what end of the stadium's got the students. He wants his offense running to the other end of the stadium. And that is where they will start overtime. A rollout for Lagway. Loops one towards the end zone on the first play for DK. And it's incomplete. They went for it right from the 25-yard line.
Yeah, I like the call, though. I like getting him out on the edge.
You've been calling for that.
Exactly. When you're down here in the high red zone, just outside the red zone on the plus 25, let him be a little bit of a threat with his legs. Strike that fear in the defense that maybe he can pull it and run it.
Flag down. False start. It's going to be 2nd and 15. Unless it's a simulation. Nope.
Offense number 66. 5-yard penalty. Still 2nd down.
You've got to lock in down here in crunch time. Jake Slaughter, the center, you just got to lock in. You've got to be on top of it. The game is on the line now. Got to lock in.
Now they go empty on 2nd and 15. And they'll bring Jaden Ball into the backfield to help protect Swing pass instead to Ball. Bryson Eason track Ball right out to the flat and flattened him. A loss of 6.
You're just going to see Bryson Eason. He reads it perfectly. There you have a stunt going on anyway. James Pierce coming on inside. He stunts right into it. Right into the halfback screen. That's a big-time play. This defensive line, again, continues to make big play after big play. See if they can do it again.
They might need some yards just to get back into realistic field goal range. And they're going to run it with Ball. And now they'll have to try a field goal just to put some points on the board and count on their defense to go out and get a stop on Tennessee's offense.
You got penalty, you got overthrow, penalty, tackle for loss. That's just not the way you want to go.
Number 48 is now wearing 46.
Trace Mack's only miss from this year from 53 yards. This one from 47. No good. Just wide to the right. The negative plays for the Tennessee defense. Just enough to push Florida back. And now all the Vols need are a field goal.
You see it right outside the right upright. Oh, so close. Billy Napier. Defense is just going to have to do something here dramatic.
And do you have to take big chances on defense now to think nothing but negative plays to push back Max Gilbert? Thinking, right? I mean, all they're thinking is field goal now.
Absolutely. Now you just got to somehow see if you can get this ball turned over in some way.
Iamaleava flips one in the flat. Holding stays. Every few yards will help what will eventually you have to think be a Max Gilbert field goal opportunity to win it.
Get a punch at that ball, swipe at that ball. First guy hold him up, second guy going for the strip. Do everything you can to turn this over.
They run it right up the middle. That looks to be good enough for a first down for Dylan Sampson. Getting a push. But they'll mark him down at the 14-yard line, it appears. Still good enough for a first down.
How fitting is it that you go to your workhorse, Dylan Sampson? He has delivered for this football team all year long. Tremendous heart, toughness.
You know what Dylan Sampson's thinking? Don't bother with Max Gilbert. Just keep giving it to me.
That's right. Put it in my hands.
Instead, one-on-one out on the edge. Dragged down inside the 5-yard line is Dante Thornton.
Players feel it. They sense it.
I don't even think they want to bother with a field goal. Sampson with a push. A pile-up inside the 2-yard line. I think they marked him short. Crowd reacting so it's a touchdown. Forward progress stopped. That's not reviewable. That's a judgment call.
But just look at the effort of Dylan Sampson. You can see his legs just continuing to push. His back is turned. He continues to push.
So the ball at the 1-yard line. Second down and goal.
Give it to him, let him top it off.
Sampson. Ball game. Tennessee wins.
Hightower, the offensive line, they knew what needed to be done. We talked to this young man yesterday. He said, I don't talk much on the field. I laugh a lot. He said, I actually make jokes when somebody hits me hard. And then I rip him for a big one. You know he was made for this kind of moment. And he delivered again.
A rivalry game that delivered in every possible way that a rivalry game should. In overtime, Tennessee survives over Florida. 23-17 is your final. For Louis Riddick and Chris Button, I'm Bob Wischusen. Thanks so much for watching.